finishes in a time of 52.92, a new high school national record. Back to back to back to back state champions. NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2015 NSAA High School Football Championships. And we kick off things on day number 2 in Class C1, a battle between Norfolk Catholic and the Columbus Scotus Shamrocks. And good morning, everyone. I'm Larry Putney, along with former Husker Damon Benning. It's great to have you with us here this morning as we get set to crown 3 more champions today. And I guess if you're looking at one game that has maybe the 2 name schools in it, schools that are used to being here, traditional powers, expecting a great game, this might be it. Columbus Scotus and Norfolk Catholic. And Norfolk Catholic has an outstanding running back in Engelhop.
Yeah, Engelhop, he's their do-everything guy. He's a great two-way player, and he's a bit of a throwback. He can hammer you on offense. He can crease you as well. He's got good size. But the funny thing is, as a Wyoming recruit, they like him on the defensive side of the ball. He'll lead them in tackles. He's definitely the straw that stirs the drink.
On the other side of the football, Columbus Scotus has a lot of individuals who will touch the ball, but Bailey Pelster does a terrific job.
Absolutely. He's a guy that can make the tough yards, and he can crease you as well. He went for 90-some-odd his first carry last week, so they know that he's got big playability. And Coach Linder, he talked a lot about wanting to spread the wealth. But the Shamrocks won't need much luck if they can get the deuces wild.
Should be a good one today. Norfolk Catholic, Columbus Scotus. And for more, we go to the third member of our crew down in the field. Here's Sean Callahan.
Well, good morning, guys. You go back to last night's game, we saw a lot of throwing. I would not expect to see the ball in the air much here today in the C1 championship game. You're looking at the numbers. These teams only really throw the ball anywhere from about 8 to maybe 12 times a game. So this will very much be a line of scrimmage game. And what I'm going to be curious to see is how the Columbus Scotus inside trap game matches up with this very physical front of Norfolk Catholic, led by guys like David Engelhop, a Wyoming recruit, and Aiden Burrows, a Liberty recruit. It should be one of the better matchups to see kind of how that plays out here on Tuesday.
All right, thanks very much, Sean, as we get set to go here in the Class C1 State Championship. Our first state title game of this Tuesday. We'll have 3 throughout the day. Class C1 this morning. Then at 2:30 today, it'll be Class C2, Oakland Craig. And Aquinas is back here once again. And then tonight, we'll conclude our 2 days of state high school football championships right here on NET with the Battle of the Millards. It's West versus North. They leave Buell Stadium and come down here to Memorial for a state title. Should be a good one. And yesterday, you might remember, we crowned 3 champs in D1, D2, and Class B. Last night, Elkhorn South just too much late for Aurora in winning that 32-31. So there's a look at your state champs that have been crowned so far and the 3 games that are yet to come today. And I think we're going to have a good one here this morning, Damien. Scotus, Norfolk Catholic, 2 teams that are traditional powers. We talked about it off the top. We see them down here frequently, and 2 that have great talent on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, it should be a good one. And I like what kind of Sean alluded to. The game in the trenches. You get the single wing offense of Columbus Scotus and the downhill running game of Norfolk. It'll be which D-line answers the dinner bell, as both teams like to tote it.
So here are the schedules throughout the season in 2015. Norfolk Catholic, you can see, not much trouble with anyone as they really rolled through that schedule. The closest game they had was against Bishop Neumann, 3rd game of the year. It was 30-23 in that win. But other than that, they've put up numbers, and they have not allowed many points. And that big up front has really helped.
Yeah, they're nasty on D. They get after you. And I think what our viewers at home will notice is they tackle really well. I watched them on Huddle quite a bit. You watch them play out in space, whatever they hit usually stops moving.
Yeah, very disciplined team. They're a Jeff Beller coach team, right?
Yeah, blue collar, in your face, and kind of downhill. I think they like to wear folks down and impose their will.
So that's a look at their schedule. Here's the Scotus Shamrocks. Only blemish on the Shamrock schedule came midway through the year, a 31-27 loss to Wahoo. Other than that, they've been spectacular as well. Maybe giving up a few more points, but still, this is an outstanding Scotus team.
Yeah, and you know, Coach Linder, he's the defensive coordinator, and he'll tell you he takes pride in that craft in terms of playing defense. And if there's one offense he doesn't like to see, it's his own. as you alluded to, they like to share the football. A lot of guys get touches.
We talked about these teams have been here many times before. This is the 13th state championship game for Norfolk Catholic. They won it 3 consecutive years. You'll probably remember, folks, fans of high school football from around the state, certainly remember that run that they went on from 2009 through 2012 when they were here 4 consecutive years. They won 3 of those years. In fact, it was 2010, 11, and 12. They won the state championship in each one of those years in Class C1. They were runner-up in 2009. This is their first trip back to the finals since 2012. That's not a long drought or gap at all when you consider most teams go a decade or more before making it here, but it has been a couple of years. All right, time now to introduce our teams, and we'll start with Norfolk Catholic, and for that, let's go to Doc Weiniger.
Now let's meet the players and coaches competing in today's game. First, here are the starters for the visiting team, the Norfolk Catholic Knights. Number 1, Dylan Couts. Number 5, Colton Lyons. Number 8, Dylan Hobb. Number 10, Christian Prim. Number 12, Justin Timmerman. Number 15, Miles Verbka. Number 17, Matt Miller. Number 18, Andrew Bettenhausen. Number 20, Nathan Zog. Number 29, Kelby Schaefer. Number 33, David Engelhardt. Number 35, Paul Euler. Number 45, Drew Lisey. Number 52, Dylan Cotto. Number 53, Jared Marsden. Number 54, Victor Stoffel. Number 56, John Raymakers. Number 58, Aaron Hoff. Number 63, Kobe Obatusen. Number 71, Ethan Piper. Number 74, Aiden Burrows. Number 83, Michael Stinson. Head coach for Norfolk Catholic is Jeff Beller. And now please welcome the rest of the Norfolk Catholic Knights to the field.
So there's a look at the Knights of Norfolk Catholic, 12-0 on the season. They've had an impressive year. As we said, the only really close game within a touchdown was that contest against Bishop Neumann at 30-23. So Norfolk Catholic under head coach Jeff Beller. Jeff Beller has been coaching at Norfolk Catholic forever. 30 years as the head coach. He's 303-48. He's been a head coach for 34 years. Took a brief stint kind of in the middle of his tenure at Norfolk Catholic and went to Norfolk for a couple of years and then came back to Norfolk Catholic. Really liked the culture and the team and the community at Norfolk Catholic. Here are the comparison between these two teams.
Yeah, you take a look at it. The one thing I think you want to take a look at is the points allowed per game and the takeaways. Both strengths of Norfolk Catholic, 10.1 a game and 23 takeaways. They get after you.
Now let's introduce you to Scotus. Back to Doc Weiniger.
Now here's your starters for the home team, the Columbus Scotus Shamrocks. Number 5, Tanner Spinseri. Number 9, Cole Harrington. Number 15, Brady Prismas. Number 19, Bailey Braun. Number 22, Bailey Pelster. Number 23, John Lovell. Number 32, Marcus Dodson. Number 35, Alec Foles. Number 38, Jake Boss. Number 39, Jackson Kong. Number 54, Sam Novicki. Number 55, Ryan Mustard. Number 60, Justin Zuha. Number 61, Caleb Ostig. Number 67, Nathan Twarek. Number 70, Ross Bong. Number 71, Carson Fuscher. Number 72, Darren Wrinkle. Number 76, Seth Gutzmer. Number 86, Jacob Wright. Head coach for Scotus is Tyler Linder. Now please welcome the rest of the Columbus Scotus Shamrocks to the field.
So there they are, the Scotus Shamrocks at 11-1 on the season. Head coach Tyler Linder. You heard Damon say earlier, Tyler Linder is also the defensive coordinator. Takes a lot of pride on that side of the football. Should be a good one here as Norfolk Catholic and the Scotus Shamrocks get ready to battle for this Class C1 state championship, and very close communities in terms of distance. Norfolk Catholic and Columbus Scotus both in the northeastern part, although I think Columbus Scotus would consider themselves more eastern and mid-eastern, both in that northeastern part of the state of Nebraska in Norfolk and Columbus. Take a look at how they got here. We'll start with Norfolk Catholic at the bottom of the bracket. They beat Bishop Newman 42-21, and then a win over Boys Town. An impressive win, actually. Boys Town, a solid team this year, and handled them easily at 48-14. And then Scotus beat Ashland Greenwood and Wilbur Claytonia soundly 42-7 to get here to Memorial Stadium. Now for the introduction of our national anthem singers, back to Doc Weiniger.
On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association and member schools, welcome to the 2015 NSAA State Football Championship Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor our flag and our country with the singing of our national anthem. Singing the anthem today will be the Omaha Central High School Mixed Octet under the direction of Ms. Lynn Boma.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The Omaha Central High School.
That is the mixed octet from Omaha Central performing our national anthem, and we are ready for football here in Lincoln. The Class C1 state championship on the line. Norfolk Catholic taking on Scotus when we come back on NET Sports.
Forecast, plenty of sunshine through today with seasonable temperatures. We should reach our normal high of 82 degrees by this afternoon. Clear skies tonight with a low near 70. Increasing cloudiness tomorrow, sticky and...
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Everyone's walking a path, and most paths are best walked together. Because when we travel together, our lives are livelier, our journey more enjoyable, and the places we'll discover will be simply spectacular. To be in a place like no other that unites you all in a state of wonder. Wouldn't that be nice?
When you've been around for more than a century, you understand the power of generations, the value of nurturing and developing those who will carry on the legacy of agriculture and food production. That's why the Aurora Cooperative helps young people gain the experience, expertise, and wisdom to feed the world, be good stewards, become responsible community leaders, and continue setting the example for the generations that follow. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Well, you can watch NET Sports anytime, anywhere. Just download the free NET Nebraska app today. Watch college player profiles, Big Red wrap-up episodes, live web streams, just all kinds of content. Search for NET Nebraska in the App Store or download free at netnebraska.org/apps. Terrific morning for football. 48 degrees. We have sunny skies, a bit breezier than it was yesterday. That wind out of the south at about 12 miles an hour, and you can see the flag pointing toward the north, but we have terrific football weather for November. Here are your officials: James Pullman, Jason Gall, Chad Sabatka, Doug Churchill, Reg Carnes is the back judge, and our red hat is Rick Stromer. Ready to go. Class C1 state championship football. There's a look at Tyler Linder, the head coach of the Scotus Shamrocks, taking on Norfolk Catholic, and the toss was won by Tyler Linder's Columbus Scotus squad. They have chosen to defer, so they will kick it deep to Columbus Scotus. To kick it away is Evan Shohan, back deep for the Norfolk Catholic Knights, Engelhop and Couts, and we are underway. Kick goes into the end zone, and that is a touchback. So the Catholic Knights, Norfolk Catholic Knights, will take over. They will be led by Miles Verbka. Verbka, the quarterback, thrown for 1,031 yards on the year, but what really stirs this offense is the power run game. Engelhop from the running back, and here are your impact players, David.
Yeah, you take a look at Engelhop. We highlighted him in the open. 28 touchdowns, 1,422 yards. But the guy that I'm really interested in seeing is Evan Shohan. Can he hold up under duress with this offensive line for Norfolk Catholic?
So the single back, motions out, empty back set, the toss out to the left. Good grab out there by Stinson, and Stinson leans forward, and a good gain on first down.
Well, that's the way to get the game started. Let Engelhop get his touch early and get downhill right away. Columbus Scotus had that play defense pretty nicely, but Engelhop getting vertical right away puts him in second, and that's a win on first down with a 5-yard gain.
Second down now coming up for Norfolk Catholic. They'll give it here in the backfield to Engelhop. Engelhop shut down, a good tackle by that middle linebacker, Evan Shohan. Shoots the gap and makes the play.
Yeah, he's a really good football player. Watching him on film, you can tell he's well coached, got great instincts. He's a little bit long to be playing that mic, but he gets downhill in a hurry.
87 tackles on the year, 2 interceptions for Shohan, the co-leader in tackles coming in. So 3rd down, rolling to his right. Verbka throws out of the flat, caught, and complete to Matt Miller. So Miller for the 1st down for the Knights.
Yeah, pretty good pitch and catch right there as we see a flag down on the play. We'll let that call get sorted out, but I really like the accuracy on the move by Verbka.
This will back them up and will replay 3rd down. Look like illegal motion.
Yeah, that puts them in 3rd and long, not really where Norfolk Catholic likes to be. But as you can see what we just saw from Verbka, he can throw the football. Now that's not their first choice, but very adept at doing so.
On the white, 5 yards. Replay 3rd down.
Yeah, that little bit of procedure there, just a little quick on the trigger. Could be early nerves, you know, anticipating that count.
So back him up 5, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 11. Verbka drops back to pass. Floats one out there, has his man open. Diving grab, incomplete. Hit the turf, trying to find Matt Miller one more time. Miller had a step, but could not catch up to the throw.
I ran a little bit of a wheel route out. And there it is. Get the nice rub route. Caught him playing man-to-man. Just couldn't bring it in. That's the catch, no catch. That one a little easier to discern, right? No catch there. We've seen a lot of those in college and the NFL lately. Just ask the folks up there in Madison, Wisconsin.
And very difficult to determine which is which, right?
Do my eyes deceive me?
That's right. So Engelhop in there to kick it away, bobbles the snap under pressure, and immediately big break for Columbus. Scotus, they'll take over at the 7-yard line of the Knights.
I tell you what, when I say this a lot, when special teams isn't special, it's just kicking game. And right there, that's kicking game for Norfolk. And an early break for Scotus, who is holding up very well early. One of the things that I wanted to see, they play that odd front, a 3-man line holding up very well defensively.
Hey, time now to take a look back as we see that bobbled kick and the stop to look back at last year's Class C1 state championship and this year's flashback. The Class C1 state championship featured a battle of unbeatens. Boone Central Newman Grove meeting the Blue Jays of Ashland Greenwood. In the last game for Boone Central Newman Grove coach Arnie Johnson, senior quarterback Wyatt Mazur ran wild for the Cardinals. He rushed for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Here's where he becomes dangerous. Breaks it down.
Threw for another 128 and 3 touchdowns.
Travis Kennedy.
And even returned an 83-yard punt for a touchdown.
At the 18. Mazur down the far sideline. Mazur is going to go.
The monster stats loomed large over Ashland Greenwood as they were held to just 14 points. The win for the Cardinals capped a perfect 13-0 season and gave them their first state title in school history. So that's a look at last year's state championship game. We are back here in Class C1 at Memorial Stadium, and already a big turnover for Norfolk Catholic.
And I tell you,
snap is a bit low, bobbled, and taken over by Columbus Scotus.
Tell you what, if Scotus is able to turn this into points, this will be the first time maybe all year that Norfolk Catholic has seen themselves with a deficit in the first quarter.
Brady Prismas out there at quarterback. His main guy in the backfield, Bailey Pelster, number 22. Pelster went in motion, gets the carry. Pelster tries to kick it outside, breaks a tackle, and Pelster walks in for the touchdown.
Well, how do you do? I saw this formation. This is the first, they showed a semblance of this formation last week, but I tell you what, the ability to bounce the football. Remember I told you he can go inside, he can go outside, but what he does do a good job is he doesn't let you get to his legs. Watch him here, good old-fashioned stiff arm. He finds the corner, and that's pay dirt. He's a rare type of combo runner. He's built low to the ground, but he can turn it over in a hurry in terms of getting one foot in front of the other.
On for the extra point is Cole Harrington. Snap is high. Harrington able to get it through. And the touchdown and extra point. That's a nice work by Prismas to get that snap down.
Double tight end set with the offset wing, giving their own version of a single wing.
Absolutely. So 7-zip, Scotus on top after the touchdown and the turnover and touchdown. Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, that special teams mistake by Norfolk Catholic, that's something that we're just not used to seeing with a Jeff Beller team. Special teams has been a staple of their program the last several years. They're actually coached by Bill LaFleur, a former Nebraska punter, former NFL punter, and to see that type of mistake, especially here in Lincoln, that's something that we haven't seen. And for a team like Columbus Scotus to take advantage of that, get 7 points, what a huge momentum boost here to start this game.
Yeah, great point, Sean. It's as we said earlier, Jeff Beller coach teams do the little things very well. There's a kickoff, goes back through the end zone, and once again, Norfolk Catholic will take over at the 20-yard line.
Don't underestimate or underappreciate the ability to get a ball in the end zone. You don't give a guy like Engelhart a chance on a return where he can hurt you in special teams game as well. It's a little bit different feeling for Norfolk Catholic right now. Looking up on the score early in the first quarter.
Already down 7-0, and we're not even 2 minutes in. Less than 1:30 into the game, and the Shamrocks with that 7-0 lead. Stacked up and dropped in the backfield is Couts. Dylan Couts nowhere to go.
Yeah, I tell you, Dylan Couts is a nice little change of pace to Engelhart in the backfield. They're almost like combo guys, right? The two-headed monster for Norfolk Catholic Central. But look at Columbus Scotus run. They play that odd front. You'll see 3 down linemen and a lot of movement on the second level. They give you a ton of looks defensively.
Now, out of the eye, the toss to Engelhart. Engelhart tries to bounce it outside, but once again, the edge of that defense for the Shamrocks and those linebackers, Shohan, there once again.
Yeah, Shohan stuck out like a sore thumb watching them on film. He looked long and rangy, but he loves to play downhill. And one thing you can get an appreciation for, watch him play angles. Gets off a block. There's no Velcro to his game.
Dodson there
gets to help head across and runs the feet.
Now to his right is Verbka under pressure, flips it over. Good pass and caught by Engelhart out of the backfield. Engelhart with the reception of the first down.
Nice ability to throw the football on the run for Verbka. Look at him move the pocket here. A little boot game. Looked like a little bit of a... It's a nice touch right there. It looked like a little bit of a misdirection.
Back in the game at I-back is Dylan Couts. Couts takes the direct snap of the Wildcat formation. He dips through a couple of tacklers and a nice gain on first down for Couts.
Yeah, he is slippery when wet. He's got a little shake to his game and he can turn it over in a hurry as well. You don't want to let him get out in the open field. He can go.
Let's go down to the field. Sean Callahan.
You talk about the speed of Dylan Couts. As an 8th grader, he was one of the fastest athletes in the nation, ran a 10.8 in the 100 and a 22.8 in the 200. So he is a guy that could break one here in a hurry.
As an 8th grader.
Yeah, you watch him on tape, he can flat out run. You will see the back of his jersey. If you get a little bit undisciplined defensively, well, he'll turn it into a real quick 6.
Well, a short gain there by Couts will bring up 3rd down and 3. One more look as he...
That's just outstanding work up front for Columbus Scotus. Using the right shoulder, getting off blocks, and playing good disciplined football.
Wildcat again, direct snap, Couts fumbles it, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield.
I'm telling you, early on, that man right there, number 72, Ringcall, has been extremely disruptive. They haven't had an answer for him right just yet. He has changed the game single-handedly up front.
One more look at Wrinkle, who explodes through there. The bad snap certainly did not help Couts.
There's just no excuse right there. You can't allow guys to play across your face up front. Ringcall has been a handful thus far.
So here's Engelhart in there to punt it away. High into the air. He waves everybody off, calls for the fair catch at the 35. And Scotus will have their second opportunity here on offense in this first quarter. So I didn't get a chance to take a look during that last one-play drive for Scotus, but the impact players on the other side of the football for both teams, for Scotus and Norfolk Catholic, David.
Yeah, Brady Prismus, he's efficient with the football. A 2.5 to 1 touchdown interception ratio. We talked about Peltzer. We're going to take a look at him in a second here. But Euler, the tackling machine for Norfolk Catholic. Watch number 35.
A give to Harrington, and Harrington with a short gain. Nice job up front by Norfolk Catholic.
There's Euler right there. Another good downhill player. Doesn't have ideal size, but he's got great instincts and real good physicality.
Second down and 9. There's the quarterback, Brady Prismus.
Keep an eye on Weber on the D-line for Norfolk Catholic, number 59. Really good football player on film.
In motion goes Pelster. Give to the fullback, Boss. And Boss leans forward. Kind of a throwback there. He's got the big neck roll going at the fullback spot.
Yeah, that single wing, I've seen it a lot. It looks like a lot like a team we'll see tonight in Millard North.
Right.
Truly giving you a triple option look.
So 3rd down and 5 for the Shamrocks. In motion is Harrington. He'll take the handoff. Harrington has some room down the left side. Harrington still in bounds. Harrington inside the 25 down to the 20-yard line. Terrific run by Cole Harrington.
And nothing to this right now. And I wonder what Sean sees down out here on the field up close, but it just looks like right now Columbus Scotus is just too fast right now for Norfolk Catholic Central. Not able to match the speed thus far. Looked like he almost stepped out. How about this tightrope back? Boy, look at our camera crew. That is outstanding. Getting a little help from his friends down the field. That guy, Shohan, doing it all.
40-yard gain for Cole Harrington. So 1st down and 10 from the 20-yard line of the Knights. And Scotus threatening once again. 2 big plays. The touchdown and that 40-yard carry has put them in position again. Pelster went in motion. Snap directly to Harrington, and Harrington driven back.
I tell you what, Norfolk Catholic between the tackles extremely stout. Look for Columbus Scotus to try to make their hay out on the edges like we've seen thus far.
Sean, what are you seeing down on the field?
You know, guys, so many times when Norfolk Catholic's been here, we've just seen teams come out intimidated, and Columbus Scotus not intimidated at all. Just the energy they're playing with. I think they've caught this Norfolk Catholic sideline by surprise, because I guarantee you they were not expecting this team to come out and look like this right out of the gates.
Pelster in motion again. He'll take the handoff. Pelster around the right side. He's got a room again. The stiff arm. Pelster inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line of the carry for Bailey Pelster.
That tackle right there is a game changer. When you drag a guy down by the side, those knees give way in a hurry. But I tell you, that's an outstanding crackback block on the edge. Pelster gets to the corner. Yes, there's the great crack. And then what? Turn away if you're a little squeamish.
They got rolled up underneath him, and Pelster is down now at the 23. Tried to make his way off the field. He got up and walked from the 5 back to about near the huddle. Decided he couldn't make it to the huddle. Turned and headed back to the sideline, and then fell to his knees at about...
You know, right now, Coach Linder's thinking to myself, my offense is predicated on getting a lot of guys touches, but my best player, without question, is number 22, and that's Bailey Peltzer. So it's hoping the best for that young man. That's a game changer right there.
And looking at that high ankle, you see them squeezing right around the calf. And so we'll take a quick break as they check out Pelster, and we'll be back on NET.
Watch Nebraska volleyball on NET.
NET Sports in the Game, winning America's top awards for sports journalism, event coverage, and original documentaries. The NET Sports team chronicles Nebraska's epic events and sports stories. NET Sports is Nebraska's home for sports.
They were a very small group of very extreme people.
There's more to the story than the story we all know.
They weren't the people that you would expect.
Back at Memorial. As you saw the end of that carry down to the 2-yard line. Pelster did go to the sideline, has not returned, and they're checking him out. There you see looking at that left ankle, or check that right ankle of Bailey Pelster. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 1 from the 1. In motion goes Harrington. Give inside to Boss. Boss piled up by that interior line led by Aiden Burrows. And Burrows drives the pile backward.
Now you're wondering what Scotus' next option is going to be to get the ball to the edges. Will it be quarterback sweep game? Do you have another jet guy? I think Foles has done an outstanding job out there at wide receiver, handling the perimeter to maybe, to allow them to get to that corner. Who are they going to use to get there? Tight double wing formation here. This is power game.
Quarterback keep. Christmas dives near the end zone. No signal yet as the officials come in. Touchdown. He's in there.
He's in there. My eyesight's not great, but I can see that. Real good push up front. I'm a little surprised at the physicality of Scotus this early on against this Norfolk Catholic Central team. I thought it would be speed versus power, but they've shown us a little bit of power up front of their own.
So Harrington in to try to make it a 2-touchdown, a 14-point game. Kick by Harrington is wide left, no good. So 13-0, Scotus on top by 2 touchdowns. Here's another look at the touchdown on the field by Prismus. Let's go down to the field to Sean Callahan.
And guys, the right shoe is now off the foot of Bailey Pelster as they're getting ready to tape up that ankle. But talk about just a huge play with your star 1,000-yard running back out to jump up 13-0. What a huge moment, because you just don't know if you're going to get this guy back, and you want to build up any kind of lead and momentum you can, knowing that you may be without your #1 running back here the rest of the game.
All right, thanks, Sean. You saw them beginning to tape that ankle. 13-0, Scotus on top here, first quarter.
Speaking from a little bit of experience, those are hard to come back from. People say, oh, get it taped, get it taped, get it taped, but the mobility and the movement just isn't the same once that shoe comes off. Unfamiliar territory if you're a Norfolk Catholic Central, or excuse me, a Norfolk Catholic fan. Down double digits in the first quarter.
Down double digits, period, right?
Yeah, that's really uncharted waters for them.
Touchback, no return on the kick from Evan Shohan. So here comes the Norfolk Catholic night offense for their 3rd offensive possession of the game. Let's see what Jeff Beller has in mind here as they try to solve this Scotus defense, which has been outstanding to date. And you see the note that Damon passed along. This is the largest deficit of the season for the Knights. Down 13-0 in the first.
Yeah, they haven't trailed by more than a touchdown all season. How about that? It didn't sound right, and there's procedure again. If you're Coach Beller right now, you got to calm your team down, right? You're looking up and you're thinking, never seen this before. The scoreboard looks a little bit awkward. You start to press a little bit. They have the type of physicality and the type of team and the type of experience to weather a storm like this. They're good enough physically.
Well, it's
on the offense.
You see the false start call. This is the second penalty, and you add that to the mistake on the snap and bobbled punt that led to the touchdown. Really the 3rd mistake, and we don't see that much from Norfolk Catholic teams. 2 of those. They had the first down on the last penalty. Yeah. They had a first down. They were moving the ball. The penalty brought them back. So here they are on 2nd down and 15, going down the field. Wide open catch. Still on his feet, and a catch by Engelhop, and Engelhop with a terrific grab and toss from Verbka, and a gain of 33 yards.
Yeah, Norfolk Catholic right now taking advantage of those rub routes. They went right back to the wheel route. Scotus playing a lot of man-to-man. They might want to go to what I would call a banjo coverage, where inside, outside, you play it accordingly. Who comes outside, the outside guy takes him. Who comes inside, the inside guy takes him. Then you don't have to worry about those pick plays.
Toss outside to Couts, and Couts.
Looks like a little more laundry out there on the field.
Flag on the play.
How good right now is Shohan playing? I mean, that's a fast guy he's trying to track down from behind in Couts. You know he can run, and Shohan fitting in the run game.
Another flag on the Knights.
Yeah, when you get in bad position, you have a tendency to hold. Right now, I think it's really boiled down to this. I think Columbus Scotus is a lot more active up front than Norfolk Catholic is used to seeing.
So we'll replay first down, but it brings up a first down and 20 down to the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, another thing about Scotus is none of their defensive line starters start on offense, so they are very fresh up front on both of the offensive and defensive lines.
That's a big deal. When you don't have to platoon, look out.
Couts has some room. Here goes Couts. Enough for the first down, and that's a 27-yard gain on first and 20 for Dylan Couts.
He's outstanding. You give that guy any bit of real estate and he'll crease you. But how about the foot speed of Cole Harrington running him down with the angle? Those are two guys, number 1 in white, number 9 in green, both pretty fleet of foot. Outstanding job by Jared Marston, sealing the edge too right there with the nice little kick out block.
First down and 10. Give to Couts again. Couts pounds through there for a short gain, maybe 3 yards on first and 10.
Pretty impressed with Will Sonderman as well, playing downhill at that linebacker spot. You can't play a 3-4 like Columbus Scotus does without having a really good linebacking trio. But like Sean said, it starts up front. When you can platoon like that, you can keep your horses fresh. There's a good look at Sonderman. Classic runner hitter right there.
So second down and 7. Couts at the top of that eye. The toss to Couts. Trying to get to the outside. He has the corner. Couts. Another nice gain on second down. That'll bring up third down and short after the gain of 4.
A little old school student body left. Toss left with the crackback block from the number 1 wide receiver out there. Harrington did a good job of crack replacement, but lost his leverage a little bit on the edge. I'm pretty impressed right now with Cole Harrington. As we take a look, there's the crack. There's Harrington. Turns his shoulders. That got him caught. You got to keep those hips parallel to the line of scrimmage. Not allow those guys to turn the corner on you.
On third down. Not much there. Ball might have snuck loose. And was that a second effort there by Engelhop, or did the ball come loose?
Ball came loose. It might have been fumbled forward enough for the first down. I think they're going to need a measurement. Lost it. There's a first down. Yeah, fumbled it forward.
Paul Euler recovers the fumble. Euler from that tight end spot rolls right into his belly.
Yeah, good players usually in position to make plays, and that's where Euler is. That's a good seal block out there on the edge. Actually put him in position to recover the fumble. Euler's a good football player. He flashes on film as well.
Engelhop in the backfield. Under pressure. And sack. Dropped in the backfield. The pressure once again, Evan Shohan.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that was about the easiest film study I had, is to find good players on defense for Columbus Scotus. Watch him shoot the gap. He just does an outstanding job. And how about the closing speed? I won't bother with the semisonic reference, but that is tremendous closing time.
And your other guy, Wrinkle, really disrupted the play early on as well. 72, Wrinkle got through there.
Yeah, you watch Wrinkle up front. He's been a handful for anybody that's tried to handle him up front for Norfolk Catholic. Playing right over the nose.
Loss of 9 on the play. Second down and 19. Out into the flat, one-handed grab, and what a pull by Engelhop. And now Engelhop grabbing that ankle. Comes up a bit gingerly, but a great grab. And
this has been a game of ankles. They can't afford to lose that young man right there.
Watch the grab here.
Yeah, nice hands. Pulled him out down. Oh boy, got turned as he was being pulled down. Stumbles out of the backfield. You hope both players can come back. We see Peltzer, he's up and walking. Excuse me, Peltzer is up walking along the sideline, still being looked at, but at least he's being mobile.
So third down and 5. It was second and 19 just a moment ago. The toss outside. Couts.
Maybe short. Fourth and about that's a long 2, but they're in position. Yeah, that just does not look good right there. Once that shoe comes off, I'm telling you, it is hard to regenerate. Now you got Engelhout on the other side, banged up as well.
And that will do it for our first quarter of play. And it has been a first quarter dominated by Columbus Scotus. The Shamrocks have the lead after one. Norfolk Catholic threatening. We'll have the conclusion of the drive when we come back.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Coverage of the 2015 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Public Power District, Education Quest, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, the Aurora Cooperative, and by Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back at Memorial Stadium, and now for an injury update down to Sean Callahan.
Engelhoff, the Wyoming recruited Norfolk Catholic tight end running back, is back up on his feet walking. They taped over his shoe there. They didn't take his shoe off, so it doesn't look as bad as the ankle injury that Peltzer suffered on the other sideline. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Engelhoff back here in this game very soon.
Yeah, the big fella's walking a little bit gingerly down there, but I think Sean made a good point. Shoe on, shoe off is a big deal for a running back.
So fourth down coming up. 4th down and 2 to start this second quarter for Norfolk Catholic. Scotus shows pressure. The game in the backfield going nowhere, and Shohan there again.
That's just good film study. That they saw the same formation that I did watching the huddle. And that little tight near set with the offset fullback, that is their go-to play. And as we take a look at the replay as it comes up, you just watch Shohan anticipating where the foot, look at that. He defeats the block and makes the tackle. That's just too much for one man. You just can't allow a guy to play through a blocker and make the play.
Certainly played through the blocker there. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for Scotus. Turnover on downs for the Knights. 13-0 lead for Scotus. Give here to Pelster, who's back in the game, and Pelster. Not much there.
It's just not as fleet of foot. A little bit of a crease. Foles out there doing a very good job on the edge. Pelster could see the crease. He just couldn't be the crease. Real good job on Norfolk Catholic stringing that thing out.
And Pelster is going to the sideline. You can still see how gingerly he's walking on that right ankle. So 2nd down and 10. Christmas hands it off. Tanner Spenceri with the carry. He is the backup at that right wing and left wing for Bailey Pelster.
All right, now the first chess piece has been moved. Now Norfolk Catholic appears to have adjusted to the edge run game that Columbus Scotus was showing early on. What's plan B for Scotus coming up next? And it's going to be tough. You feel bad for that young man right there, Bailey Peltzer.
3rd down and 9. Christmas from the shotgun. Rolls to his right. They would just toss it out of bounds and get rid of it.
He had the corner route early from Harrington. One of those where he kind of flushed himself from the pocket. Good pressure, though, by Norfolk Catholic Central. I mean, understanding that it's 3rd and long, pinning their ears back a little bit. Real good stop right there by Norfolk Catholic. Stops the bleeding momentarily. Now they got to get something going on offense.
So back to punt it away is Spincherry. Dylan Couts is back deep, along with Engelhop. Spincherry boots it away, kind of off the side of his foot, and it will take a Norfolk Catholic bounce, and it will be the Knights' ball inside the 30-yard line of the Shamrocks.
That's two mishaps in the kicking game now. One for each team. Let's see if Norfolk Catholic can capitalize. Very good field position. Best starting field position that they've had.
A quick reminder, you can watch today's game live on your computer, tablet, smartphone at netnebraska.org/sports or on the new NET Nebraska app, which you can pick up at netnebraska.org/apps. Slipping through one tackle. There's Couts. Couts down near a first down. A nice gain of 9 on first down.
Norfolk Catholic's offensive line starting to settle in a little bit. They showed some flashes last drive. See if they can stay with it if you're a fan. Pretty impressed right now with Columbus Scotus defensively, though. The scheme in that 3-4, they know it extremely well. It's a well-oiled machine.
Play clock down to 4. Out in the flat. Taken down for a loss. Nice play on the edge by Jackson Kumpf.
It's really well coached. Coach Linder must do an outstanding job with the philosophy of this 3-4 defense. Look at him move and run, getting off a block. See, that's coaching, right? The ability to not stay blocked. That's the difference between tackles for losses and yards made. Getting off of blocks.
So 3rd down. Toss outside. Counts. Bounces off one tackler. Still turns the feet down inside the 20, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 2 for the Knights.
Great effort by Couch. Puts it in 4th and manageable, where you can at least think about going for it with your full complement of plays in the playbook.
Good carry by Couch. Lowers his shoulders and keeps the feet moving.
Kampf was in good position to make the play. Couch just a little bit faster than anticipated.
So another 4th down here for Norfolk Catholic, and they'll take a timeout. So a timeout called by Jeff Beller here, an important 4th down. They've missed one opportunity down deep in Shamrock territory. I think we saw this, even, you talked about watching Huddle and watching some of the tape of the Shamrocks. We saw this against Wilbur Clairtonia in their semifinal game. Wilbur Clairtonia moved the ball fairly well between the 20s. They had some success, but when they got down in that go territory where you have to do something with it, it was a Scotus Shamrock defense that was able to stiffen at important moments.
Yeah, that's an outstanding point in that whole, and it's funny you say that. I'm going to tip of my cap to you, because that's very good insight, because what Coach Linder told me is, I think my kids have bought into this bend but don't break philosophy. Our defense is starting to get it. Well done over there, LP.
Not bad. That's what happens when you give me access to that Huddle account. You go check out the tape.
Film study's amazing, isn't it? And you can tell by how active Columbus Scotus will be pre-snap here to see if they have a good feel on what the tendency of Norfolk Catholic is here. It's up to the big uns up front now, and I'm sure that's what Coach Beller told his offensive line.
All right, let's see what they're going here. 4th down and 2. Under center is Verbka. Couts at the top of that eye. He'll get the toss. Tries to get the corner. Couts stays on his feet. Turns forward and going to be very near a 1st down, and looks like he might have it by a half a football. We'll check it out.
I tell you, that is great effort right there. He needed to get the ball to the 17. Well, I tell you, this
Right on the 17.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting spot here. Scotus does a good job of getting, ball carriers, or excuse me, helmets to the ball. Couts is fortunate to get his leg out of there.
Yeah. Kicked out of there right at the last moment.
Maybe the nose of the football.
One way or another, right? It's going to be about 3 or 4 inches.
Now, I don't have great eyesight, but he appears to me to have it. He had to get to the beginning hash of the 17-yard line.
By the football. So terrific effort by Dylan Couts. Couts picks up that first down. And now the Knights may have something going.
Yeah, you got the sense they needed that one, right? You just couldn't afford to give back momentum after the bad punt.
Out back to throw is Verbka. Verbka looking into the end zone. Got his man. Touchdown. Complete on the throw to Matt Miller. And the Knights are on the board.
I know our guys in the truck will get a shot of this, but the route ran was outstanding. A little stem. He straightened up the DB. Looked a little inside and then fade to black as he gets back to the outside. That's an outstanding route ran right there.
And so now a chance to cut it to 6. Dylan Cotto in there to try that extra point. The kick is up, and it is good for Cotto.
Outstanding route by Matt Miller. Verbka brought him back to the inside a little bit to make it a little closer than it should have been, but I tell you what, tremendous route right there to shake free from Colton Lyons.
So both teams now have taken advantage of miscues in the kicking game from the opposing team. This touchdown to Miller.
It's outstanding. Excuse me, I said Colton Lyons. He's 5 for Norfolk Catholic. Spenceri. See, it wasn't terrible. The ball brought him back inside, but the route ran by Miller. Yeah, he's nodding. He liked that. Mano y mano, my guy against your guy. Spenceri beat off the line with the good stem. Got back in coverage, but the ball was put in a place where only Miller could catch it.
And just a quick note, that is a position, that left quarterback spot, that would have been played by Pelster.
Yeah, that is we'll see how that rears its ugly head as the game looms. Yeah, I just can't foresee him coming back. You go to the ice on a day like this, and although for November state finals, you can't ask for better weather.
No, this is a terrific day. Near 50 degrees, we've got a slight breeze, maybe a little more than a breeze. It's about 10 miles an hour, but I tell you, think about what we could have in late November, right?
I'd have taken it last year, or the year before, the year before that. It was frigid.
That's right. So the kick goes deep, taken at the 2-yard line. Here's the return by Harrington. He's got some room. Harrington out near the 35-yard line on the return. Fumble. Late, did the ball come out? It did. Recovered by the Knights.
The game changed a little bit from a momentum standpoint when Peltzer went back out the second time. Columbus Scotus is going to have to rally emotionally here without their fearless leader. He's got good ball technique right here. He sees the crease. Well, that's just a good job of stripping at it as he was going down. Multiple hats to the ball. Well, that's an outstanding view from our guys in the truck right there.
Saw the ball out before the knee went down. Good call by the officials. That was
Drew Isaac pulling at it.
Absolutely. So the Knights now with an opportunity. Here's Couch still on his feet. He fumbles the ball. Recovered. Still on the ground. And it looks like Scotus has it. They do. The Knights give it right back.
Ye shall give it, ye shall taketh away. Back-to-back plays with a turnover. Just fighting for extra yards. Boy, that's just guys hustling to the football, and there's that man. Evan Shohan. This is one of the better performances in a quarter and a half, and we've done this a long time together.
Right.
I mean, Shohan has clearly been the best player out there on the field right now.
He is putting on a clinic. Spenceri with the handoff. That's not going anywhere. Driven to the ground. by John Raymakers.
If that name sounds familiar.
That's right.
It is.
Another pretty big Raymakers that played on this field.
One by the name of Kevin. Boy, was he on a terrible guy to practice against. He was on me.
Give to Boss, and Boss is going to be stacked up right near the line of scrimmage, led by Matt Miller.
See, a lot of Scotus's offense is predicated on that trap, veer, that fullback dive game, right? That's got to be the key cog when you run that single wing formation. They're not able to get anything going in the run game between the tackles. So right now they've become one-handed on offense.
So it brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 11. Christmas, the quarterback, drops back, looks downfield, under pressure. Goes to his right, tosses it up, and what a catch by the Shamrock. No, incomplete. Looked like he came back and made the play, but they'll say incomplete as they continue to battle for it.
That was a heck of an effort. I think that was Marcus Dodson. Was that 32 under there?
I'm trying to get a number on that.
Oh, no, that was Kumpf.
Kumpf, yep.
First man in the air wins the... Oh, I don't know about that one.
So incomplete on the toss. Jackson Kumpf, here it is. Let's look one more time. Kumpf really did a nice job coming back to it.
First man in the air usually wins the war. Looks like, oh boy, I tell you what.
He's right on top of him. That official is right there. He must have saw something that dropped through there.
Looked like he got ripped away as he came to the ground. It's a heck of an effort by Matt Miller. Well, he's been everywhere.
So now to punt it away. Kick is off by Spincheri.
It's a Shamrocks roll.
So that's where the Knights will take over at the 32-yard line. Hey, time now for our NSAA championship trivia. Just be the first person to email the correct answer to sports@netnebraska.org. That's sports@netnebraska.org. You see the address on your screen. You're the first person to email us the answer to this trivia question, and you'll win an NET Sports t-shirt size extra large. Our trivia question: who has the longest interception return for a touchdown in Class C1? Very familiar name. Think of C1 standouts. The first correct email to sports@netnebraska.org will win the NET Sports Championship t-shirt. And remember, just one winner per household during the 2015 championships. Any idea?
I don't. You said C1. Yeah. C1 stands out.
You know this guy.
Huh. My era?
I think so, anyway.
My era?
I think you might. Maybe you don't know. I'm not sure.
But you do. You
I know.
Get the answers to the questions. How do you know? I kid, because
come up with the questions. It's our crack staff that comes up with those. So producer Gavin looking through the research books all day long. These questions.
Too much free time for that guy.
And I've just been told Gavin really doesn't even do it. I tried to give him credit, but he didn't even want to take it.
Who's telling on our main man? Well, Gavin is so honest, he probably told on himself.
He did.
I believe it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down and 5. Handoff. Not much there, but Couts is going to keep grinding away. And he'll be shut down. That's going to be a loss on the play.
I'll give you a guess who's at the bottom of that pile.
Of 2. I'm guessing Shohan.
Yeah, weird. Boy, he can flat out run.
Look at that. Boss right there, not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's just great effort. As a football team, you're talking about getting 10 helmets to the ball.
Both of those inside guys, Boss and Shohan, lead the way in tackles for this Shamrock squad. They both came in with 87. Surprised it's only 87. And they're playing tonight. Shohan with 7 tackles already in the game. And under pressure, he'll pull it in, has some room, looking for that first down. Very near. We'll see where they spot it, right at the first down marker, and it looks like Verbka has enough.
Well, he had Lizzie wide open.
And he does.
As a backside tight end. Didn't see him right away, pulled it down. and made his mind up. See, being decisive will usually lead to good things on the football field. No hesitation there. Knew where the sticks were and went and got it. Good effort right there by Spinseri.
First down and 10 for the Knights. Give to Engelhop. Engelhop falls forward.
You know, watching both these teams on film this week, I felt like this had the potential to be a shootout. I'm pretty impressed with how both defenses have settled in. There was some firepower on both sides. I could have easily seen this thing getting into the 40s early on. That's just me. I mean, nobody scores like that on either one of these teams, but two really good offenses.
Second down and 9. Rolling to his right, flips it out there, but a hand on it by big number 72 again. 6'2" Karen Wrinkle.
I'll tell you, Wrinkle, he's probably battling his teammate for best first half performance. Look at this. He's getting blocked, gets his hands up. That's pretty good instincts, too, on the timing. That's hard for a lot of D linemen to do. It's almost a lost art. Good football player right there.
Third down and nearly 10. Back to passes Verdka. Flag on the play.
Yeah, that's a pretty good hold. They should decline that one and force a punt here.
Missed Kelby Schaefer. Schaefer had a couple steps but couldn't find him.
Tell you what, between Kampf and Chauhan, and I mean, it's a talented linebacking core. Can't stress that enough. When you play the 3-4, you need a good nose, and you need 4 guys that can get to the football. This hold happened early, too, right off the line of scrimmage.
Penalties decline. 4th down.
Engelhop in to punt it away.
Be at the bottom of your screen. Pretty good grab. Came underneath on a little tackle stunt.
Back deep for the Shamrocks. Harrington is back there. High and over in. Harrington will wave everyone off. It will take a Knights bounce and continue to roll down inside the 10-yard line. That's where it will stop and where the Shamrocks will take over. 3:59 here to go in quarter number 2. Scotus on top 13-7. Here's a look at.
And they have slowed down quite a bit. See, Norfolk Catholic I think they need to get their legs underneath them a little bit and start to gauge the speed a little bit better. I think they were caught off guard initially by how well Scotus could run. Since then, they've started establishing their presence up front.
And the loss of Pelster doesn't help as well.
Yeah, that's a big deal. It's a dangerous weapon to be without. And you got to be careful with the football here. You've stemmed the tide to some degree.
No Spinseri in motion. He'll get the handoff.
At the edge.
Cuts it inside. Good move by Spinseri. And a nice carry and a gain of 13 yards for Tanner Spinseri.
Pretty good adjustment by Coach Linder. A little versatility. You look at the quarterback spot, you've got to honor Harrington because he can run, and then you get Spinseri coming across in jet motion. You have to honor the quarterback run game. With a guy like Harrington taking snaps, you understand he can crease you too. Keeps those free safeties at home. You can't run as well to the edges. Nice little wrinkle right here for Coach Linder.
So Harrington is in there taking the snap. And he'll keep it. Not much doing as the strong safety right there. Strong safety Matt Miller coming up to make the play.
Pretty impressed with that young man right there. Nice route runner, good tackler. We saw him play a ball in the air on the defensive side, which has kind of come natural to him as good an offensive receiver as he is.
80 tackles on the season, has a sack and an interception. And really an opportunity to play downhill here from that strong safety position.
Yeah, without the threat of Harrington throwing the football. Now the safeties are thinking running alleys. They're in that one high look. He can be an alley runner.
Second down. Harrington will keep it again, tries left side and into that strong Norfolk Catholic defense. They stack it up, led by Aaron Hoff. Burrows was also there.
Yeah, pretty impressed with Aiden Burrows as well. Two-way guy, establishing presence. Now, obvious throwing down here. Throwing quarterback comes back in the game. And I say that relative to Harrington, of course.
Let's go down to Sean on an update with Pelster.
Yeah, guys, Bailey Peltzer, he's on the bench now for Columbus Scotus, has his shoe off, ice on the ankle. Usually that means, and Damon can probably back me up on this, that your day is done at this point as he's got the ice bag out there on that ankle.
Yeah, that's the kiss of death right there. Once that shoe comes off, I'm telling you guys, you can Katie bar the door on that one at that position.
So on 3rd down and 9 with 2:01 to go here before the half timeout being called by the Shamrocks. And Tyler Linder will chat it over with his offense coming up at halftime of this Class C1 state championship game. We will chat girls golf. NSAA girls golf championships have concluded. We'll talk with the NSAA about how those championships went. We'll show you the champions from this fall. Also, we'll take a look at highlights and statistics from the first half. I want to remind you, coming up tomorrow night on NET Sports, Husker volleyball continues as the Huskers take the court against the Fighting Illini. Illinois comes to town. Watch live action from the Bob Devaney Sports Center tomorrow night, 7 Central on NET, Nebraska's home for sports. Mentioned it yesterday, but it's an important week this week for Nebraska volleyball.
Yes, it is.
Face Illinois on Wednesday, and then Penn State comes in to end the regular season this weekend.
Going into the ultra-tough Big Ten tournament with a chance for some momentum. But how tough is that conference from top to bottom?
It is phenomenal. 6 teams ranked in the top 25. So here it is, 3rd down and 9 for Scotus. Prismus back in there at quarterback. Back to throw goes Prismus. Rolls to his right, out in the flat, not much there. Spincheri nowhere to go. So that'll bring up 4th down and long, and the Knights have held.
See, I like Prismus in the pocket a little bit better than I like him on the move, but Norfolk Catholic is like, okay, you like it, we love it. We're going to get him out of the pocket. That defensive line is starting to wreak some havoc up front.
So Tate Van Cannon now into punt for Columbus Scotus. Van Cannon gets away a rocket. That's why Van Cannon is in there. Nice punt. Taken though. And the return by Couts. And Couts with plenty of room inside Shamrock territory, and a terrific return by Dylan Couts.
Yeah, you get those line drive long punts like that. You, as I said, kind of like when you got married, you outkick your coverage a little bit. And he gets to the edge here. So that's easy pickings for a guy that can run like Couts.
Every year I come home after the state championships and my wife says, did Damon Bidding use that out, kick your coverage line again?
2 years in a row, tell her.
I said, yep, but he's still right.
See, that's the key.
That's right. That's exactly right. Not much there for Couts on that carry. 2nd down. How about 4? That's not a bad gain on 1st down.
See, that's
the pile-up was a little misleading, wasn't it? 4 yards. And here's that late pile on. I think was what got some groans.
Well, I tell you, they're really good at that trips formation. They run those nice little rub routes, and Scotus plays a lot of man-to-man. I still think they're going to have to pass that coverage off. That might be an adjustment they can make in the second half on how to play that bunch formation.
There's a quick toss out there to Miller. Miller picked up enough for the 1st down.
They still have 2 timeouts in their pocket.
1:04, clock ticking. Carry again, he's got room, Couts. Boy, good trip up by Alec Foltz to save the touchdown, but a 12-yard carry by Dylan Couts.
Yeah, he's starting to get it going. Watch him hit this crease. Stretch, puts a foot in the ground, gets back vertical. And you're right, great tackle by Foltz. That's a touchdown saving tackle right there. Just him in the goal line.
The big guy gets the carry. Engelhop pounds in there. Engelhop for the touchdown.
That ankle looked pretty good, didn't it?
That is a nice 1-2 combination. You go with the shifty Couts and come back with the powerful Engelhop. And he's in there for the touchdown.
A well-rested Engelhop as well. Well, that's like 3D if you're Columbus Scotus. I mean, he's downhill in a hurry, and he's just in your kitchen. That is right at your football.
15-yard touchdown run for David Engelhop, and now the extra point is up, and it is good, and that will give Norfolk Catholic the lead, 14-13. So the Shamrocks started out with 13 straight, and now the Knights have answered with 14 unanswered points to take the lead at 14-13. There's the drive, 38 yards off the terrific return by Dylan Couts, and a 15-yard touchdown run from Engelhop.
Yeah, just good old-fashioned off-tackle power. Breaks one tackle, breaks two more right there, and stays upright. You get the good lead block by Lizzie, who doesn't have to touch anybody until he gets close to the goal line. See, that's just too easy. You know, right now, they're starting to find creases, and if you're going to attack that 3-4 defense and you want to bring those outside linebackers into play, good old-fashioned off-tackle football is a way to test manhood. Well, those guards aren't covered.
Right.
You know, so they've got a clean release, and they can get to the second level.
Yep.
You've got to fit in the run game in a hurry out of the 3-4.
(14-13). Knights have come from behind here late in this first half. And maybe second halftime coming very timely for the Shamrocks. An opportunity for Tyler Linder to reset, refocus. 42 seconds still left here, and Shamrocks can do damage.
Yeah, and that's what you got to focus on if you're Coach Linder is got to keep your composure. It's a one-score game.
Return out past the 25-yard line. Luke Jarecki with the return. The Shamrocks will take over at the 25. 37 seconds to go before halftime.
That'll be interesting here. If you're Scotus, you've got to keep the ball on the ground. One pass incompletion brings those two Norfolk Catholic timeouts into play.
Give it to Spincherry. He's got some room around that left side. Spincherry out near midfield, and a big 25-yard gain, and we may be tacking on a personal foul at the end of the play.
Yeah, that'll take it down to the 33-yard line, 34-yard line. Changes your playbook a little bit with 30 seconds left from the 34-yard line.
And it is a personal foul. It will be tacked on at the end. And Cherry's looking for his mouthpiece. He couldn't find it. It's all the way back at the 25. It came off right away.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Late head out of bounds on the white. 15 yards penalty. First down.
That's a tough call on Timmerman because you don't really realize where the sideline is when you're going full speed trying to make a tackle on a guy on the edge. You don't think that Spincherry is going to give himself up and kind of head towards the out of bounds mark.
So that's a 41-yard net play for Columbus Scotus. 26 on the carry, 15 on the penalty, and suddenly with 30 seconds, they're in business here.
And down to the 34-yard line.
Christmas in there at quarterback. Boss, the up back. Christmas will hand it in the gut of Boss, and Boss has some room. Boss inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line.
Good old-fashioned version of the old Statue of Liberty.
That's right.
Outstanding design and a great setup. And you slip. Anytime that young man gets to touch the ball in Bosch, good things usually happen. How about this? Puts it in behind. Now they're off and running. That's pretty good recovery.
So in 2 plays, they have gone 64 yards. 26-yard carry, 15-yard penalty, 24-yard carry, and a timeout called by Norfolk Catholic.
Shows you how much we know. We're talking about Coach Linder trying to get to the half and get your mental game back. And all of a sudden he's like, yeah, run play, penalty, run play. Just how I drew it up, guys.
So 23 seconds left, only really 30, well, not even that, 15 seconds ticked off the clock.
Yeah, they started that drive with 38 seconds on the clock.
Wow. Jeff Beller takes the timeout here, and an opportunity for Scotus to retake the lead in the last seconds of this first half.
And how about this potential answer? Right. It's almost like, you know, the sideline, the body language was poor, the crowd was out of the game, and you're thinking, all right, let me get my best halftime speech going. He's probably thinking about that with that kickoff. Right. Like, what am I going to tell my guys? And you know, if anybody can get it going into him, I talked to him on the phone. He was outstanding. I mean, I could have sit and listen to him just tell stories as long as he would have talked. He gets it.
23 seconds to go. First down and goal from the 10.
Got 2 timeouts, plenty of time.
Reverse inside, down to about the 6. And a timeout called right away. It's like Harrington took that reverse. It was Harrington on the carry.
It's like about 2nd and goal from the 7. Now you have 1 timeout left. You figure you can get 3 plays if you're throwing the football. You have 1 run with the timeout if you don't want it to set up your field goal team. Trying to keep the ball into the left hash to the middle of the field. Kickers can push balls to the right more than they can hook them from right to left.
A good opportunity for you to give us some feedback on our coverage of the NSAA State High School Football Championships right here on NET. Send us an email at sports@netnebraska.org. We'd love to hear what you say. In fact, if you share your comments, we might even read them on the air during the game, especially if they're complimentary to Damon, because we must read those.
Yeah.
Email us at sports@netnebraska.org. We appreciate you watching, and your comments are always appreciated and welcome.
Yeah, that might help my buddy that just tweeted at me. He claims to know the answer, but couldn't remember what the email was.
He could.
The trivia. Now, if he's right in what he told me, of course I know that guy.
Okay, he's probably right.
If he's right.
I think he's right. If you say, of course, you know him. 17 seconds to go before the half. 2nd down. Spincherry has it. It's got the corner. Spincherry spins, reaches, not quite there. About a half-yard short and a timeout.
Well, did they mark him out of bounds? If they did, they didn't need to burn the timeout.
I did not see.
Did they wind the clock?
We called him stopped.
That's great effort. Yeah, they're going to blow that one. They got to blow that one. He's out of bounds there. That's great effort.
Very close.
Oh boy, that was close. How about that effort by Spincherry?
So they do save the timeout. He was out of bounds. 9 seconds left, so they have a chance to punch this in here. If they don't get it, take a timeout. Ball at the 1, 3rd down. Christmas under center. And a timeout called by Scotus.
Well, that takes
the timeout here.
That takes run game out of it if you don't get in.
Everything.
Surprising timeout right there.
It might have been because the clock was running down. I think initially they thought they had to take the timeout, didn't get the play in, so the play clock was running down. And I believe.
Yeah, see, he's looking to see if they reset the 25-second clock is probably what he's asking. He said, hey, did you guys rewind that clock? I think he feels like that was a tough deal that they got if he didn't know if he was inbounds or out of bounds. He's waiting to see the official wind the clock or give the stop motion, and I didn't see either.
I didn't, nor did I.
But now it's interesting. It's a short 1. You're just inside the 1. You're rolling the dice if you're stopped short in the run game. Not a lot of real estate to throw it when you're not adept at passing either. This decisions.
All right, so here we go. 3rd down and 1. 9 seconds to go. Not time to run 2 running plays. So they get to an edge here and look for somebody in the end zone. We'll find out. 3rd down. The handoff goes inside. Leans, I think he got it. He did. Touchdown, Harrington.
You talk about gutsy play calls. Wow. Good on Coach Linder. Says we're here to win the football game, fellas. I got it under control. How about the effort?
That second push by Harrington got him in.
And they're on that magic number. It is 5. Do you chase the 2 points now? I would kick the extra point. He's a state championship caliber coach. He's going to go for 2.
Norfolk Catholic on top. 19-14 now, going for 2. Inside to Boston. He's not going anywhere. So turned away. Go down to the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, I think the play clock, whoever's on the play clock, it's an awfully quick trigger because that thing started well before things were set, and you could just tell from the urgency. Columbus Scotus didn't have any timeouts, and their coaches were like, let's go, let's get up there, as that play clock almost went down to 0 before they got that snap off, and they just weren't even set to run that 2-point conversion play.
Yeah, that's a good point too, Sean, because it looked a little discombobulated. The timing was off, and it felt rushed. I didn't even pay attention to the 25-second play clock.
Hindsight provides perfect vision, right? But a great call by Linder to take the time out there. And not the penalty. Took the timeout, gave himself really 1 running play from the 1 as opposed to 2 plays from the 6.
And I tell you, I'm wondering, you know, after Sean's report, I'm wondering if he would have hoped to have that in his back pocket, because as Sean said, they reset the 25-second play clock was going quick after the score. I don't know if they're thinking 1 untimed down is just for the clock, not the game clock. That 2-point conversion looked rushed to begin with, but without the ability to call timeout. You don't want to take the penalty and be pushed back to the 7. Now that's we'll see if that one comes back to haunt Coach Linder. And it wouldn't be his fault.
Right.
I mean, that play clock appeared to be quick.
So the squib kick up the middle. The clock will begin to run. The ball kind of came loose there. Nope. And that will do it as time expires here in the first half. So terrific score by Norfolk Catholic to go 14 unanswered to take a lead at 14-13. But even more impressive was a 70-yard drive by Scotus to regain the lead, 19-14 on the next to last play of the half. Let's go down to the field to Sean.
Guys, with Columbus Scotus head coach Tyler Linder, just talk about the way your guys showed resiliency to kind of make something out of nothing there and get this last touchdown.
Yeah, you know, they had the field position all in that second quarter, and so, you know, we had to kind of, you know, come to our senses and get something going. Coach Pellon called some nice plays right there to get us down in scoring territory, and we were able to get one up there. And then we had a little bit of confusion on that 2-point conversion play, but I'll take a lead at halftime with the ball getting in the second quarter.
Your standout running back, Bailey Pelzer, down with an ankle injury. How does that change what you want to do on offense?
Yeah, he's a dynamic player, an electric player, and so we have to change a few things, but we've got a deep well of talent that we can go to. So, you know, I'm going to be in close contact with our trainers to see if we can get Bailey back in the game, but otherwise we got guys that are just going to have to step up and make plays.
All right, Coach, best of luck.
All right, thanks very much, Sean, and thank you to Tyler Linder for taking a few minutes and chatting with us. We are at half. Scotus is on top, 19-14.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
The Aurora Cooperative is reshaping the agricultural landscape through world-class agronomy, innovative grain marketing, energy, and animal nutrition, with the vision and financial strength to not just anticipate change, but create it, driven by an unwavering commitment to the farmers and ranchers we serve, to their communities, and to the next generation of agricultural leaders. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Coverage of the 2015 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Nebraska Public Power District, Education Quest, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, the Aurora Cooperative, and by Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support.
We're at halftime of the Class C1 state championship. Columbus Scotus with that late touchdown has taken the lead 19-14 at the half. We are joined by NSAA Assistant Director Sarah Sassy-Kildow. Always good to have you with us. And we're going to talk girls golf. Surprising that you would be running girls golf.
Yes, it's actually a little bittersweet. I oversaw softball the last couple of years, which was a lot of fun, but golf is more in my wheelhouse, and it's a lot of fun to be in charge of girls and boys golf this year.
Of course, a lot of people remember you from your days of playing high school golf, but also playing golf at Nebraska, so this is very familiar to you. Talk about logistically how you handle running girls golf across the state, 3 different sites.
It's a little surprising when you think of girls golf. It's obviously not the production that we have today here at Memorial Stadium, but this last year we had girls Class A in Norfolk at the Norfolk Country Club. Class B girls golf was at Quail Run in Columbus, and then Class C was out at North Platte. So 3 different sites, 225 golfers, and approximately 180 volunteers that we have to coordinate to pull it off. So a lot of details that need to be figured out.
So are you running around site to site?
No, I was in charge of Class C girls golf, and it was good that I was out there the first time that we've been at Lake Maloney Golf Course, and I think in history. So a lot of details again, and looking at the facility and how it's going to coordinate with not only the level of play, but the time of year. This year we were kind of graced with some nice weather, which definitely helps things out, but a lot of fun,
So talk about the quality of girls golf in the state. It continues to get better.
It does. Well, with any of our activities, the bar continues to raise. And back when I participated, we only had Class A and B, but now we have so much interest in girls golf that it's now 3 full classes, and we have 4 full classes for boys golf. So again, that level of golf continues to rise, and participation continues to expand. So it's. I think I'm a little biased, but with girls golf, not only are they getting the benefits of competing in a high school activity, but golf is one of those sports that you can take with you for years after your high school career. So.
And the champions this year, at 3 different sites, as you said, across the state. The champions this year in Class A, Lincoln Southwest, Omaha Duchesne in Class B, and Lincoln Lutheran in Class C. Any surprises there? Any new champions?
Quite a little bit of competition in Class A and Class B. Lincoln Lutheran kind of laid the hammer down and ran away with it. But Class A individually, Nia Station won her 2nd state title, and will have a chance to win her 3rd this next year. So it'll be exciting.
And you enjoy doing girls golf, I would imagine.
Absolutely. It actually is a little hard for. I took my sticks out to North Platte, hoping that maybe afterwards I could hit a couple of balls, but I just got to watch them play and enjoy the day. So
you didn't play?
I did not.
That's your story, and you're sticking to it. All right, that's Sarah Sassy-Kildow, who runs girls golf for the NSAA. Thanks so much for joining us. We're at halftime of the Class C1 state championship. Columbus Scotus on top. We'll be right back.
High school's almost over. Now what? I wish I knew what to do, or even what I can do. I know I want something more. Something I can be proud of. So, how do I get there?
Take the next step with Education Quest College Planning Services by visiting educationquest.org.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we show that support by contributing to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. More than $78,000 over the past 3 years alone. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Everyone's walking a path, and most paths are best walked together. Because when we travel together, our lives are livelier, our journey more enjoyable, and the places we'll discover will be simply spectacular. To be in a place like no other that unites you all in a state of wonder. Wouldn't that be nice?
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium along with Damon Benning and Sean Callahan. I'm Larry Putney. Good to have you with us as we are at halftime of the Class C1 State Championship game. Columbus Scotus has come from behind to take the lead at half, 19-14. Terrific day here at Memorial Stadium. And a reminder, tomorrow on NET, Big Red Wrap-Up will move to a special time due to the high school football championships, normally tonight, but instead we will have it tomorrow night. A special look ahead to Friday's game against Iowa. You don't want to miss Big Red Wrap-Up at a special time following the Nebraska-Illinois volleyball game, which is also tomorrow night on NET. So Big Red Wrap-Up, 9 o'clock tomorrow night on NET. Let's take a look at your first half highlights. Norfolk Catholic moved the ball late in the middle-ish in that second half. Struggled, really got behind 13-0, but came on a nice toss here for the touchdown.
Yeah, just a really nice job of running a good route, and Miller snatched it at its highest point, and then we watched the big fella rumble.
Engelhop in there for the touchdown, and that made it 14-13. Now, Columbus Scotus benefited from a special teams error.
Yeah, off to a very good start, set them up in prime territory. They score. Well, that's a nice run here by Peltzer. It's a good football player.
Peltzer would later be injured, and he was out for most of that first half. We'll get the status report. Would be surprised if he were to return, but his replacement, Spincherry, came on and did a nice job. Had a personal foul at the end of that play, which allowed them to go 65 yards in 3 plays. Got down there just before half, scored the touchdown to take the lead 19-14.
Yeah, you look at the balance here, no surprise, and the even total yards, and a little bit of a passing disparity. First downs, advantage Norfolk Catholic. They had the great second quarter with a really good field position. And time of possession may be a factor as the game looms large. Plenty of depth on both sides, but a lot more size on that Norfolk Catholic sidelines. Those biggins trying to impose their will.
So should be we've set up for a very good second half as you take a look at the first half highlights and also the halftime statistics. We are getting ready for an exciting conclusion to this C1 State Championship game. I want to remind you, a good opportunity that you can connect with us on Facebook and on Twitter. You can also add a comment on one of our pages or just catch up on the latest Nebraska sports information. But please, when you're out there, if you go to Facebook, like NET Sports, and while you're at it, like Big Red Wrap-Up and join us in the conversation in the Twitter sphere, social sphere on Facebook and Twitter. So we are again at halftime of this Class C1 State Championship. I want to tell you now that we have a very exciting and special presentation coming up for you in 2016 called Bago Boys. It's the chronicle of the 2014 State Championship of Winnebago. Let's give you a special sneak preview of the Bago Boys. Winnebago will dribble the time away.
They expected to have everyone against them.
Crowd is on its feet here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, and what an excited group.
Matthew was probably about, I would say 3rd or 4th grade when he came in and he said, "Mom, am I Indian?"
Came down here battling for some respect.
A lot of people said, "Who is Winnebago? Who are they?"
There's stereotypes against the Winnebago basketball team every year. That they're, yeah, they got talent, but they don't got the drive to win.
It's so much more than basketball. It's more of a family thing.
They love basketball here.
Yeah, it's always been basketball growing up.
It felt really good just to do that for the community.
And congratulations, the Winnebago Indians as our Class C1 state champions.
Ball came through.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
Head trauma and concussion risk minimization is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
Coverage of the 2015 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Nebraska Public Power District, Education Quest, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, the Aurora Cooperative, and by Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support.
Back here to Memorial Stadium for the Class C1 state championship game where Columbus Scotus leading Norfolk Catholic 19-14. Pleased to be joined now by the head coach here from Norfolk Catholic, Jeff Beller. Coach, your team had some momentum there. They were able to get that last drive. What did you tell your troops here in the locker room?
Well, we tried to talk about being a little smarter. I didn't think we played real smart in the first quarter. Too many mental breakdowns on our part, and we give up a block punt for an easy touchdown. So I really don't think we played very well in that half, but to be in the game is a good thing, and we even had the lead for a little bit. You know, I'm disappointed we gave up a long drive with a minute to go, but they're a very good football team, so we better just work on getting a little better.
Yeah, how do you counter the speed of their defense? It just seems like they've got you in some third and long situations that you probably don't want to be in.
You're right. David Engelhop got nicked up a little bit. We didn't use him as much, so that distracts a little from us offensively, but I think we've got to throw it a little more effectively. They got 8 guys at the point of attack, and I need to do a little better job putting it up in the air and giving some of our receivers a chance, but that's a challenge for us. They're very difficult to run inside, so we got to try to maybe get some things going outside and just try to be a little sharper.
All right, Coach, best of luck here in the second half.
Thank you.
Larry, back up to you.
All right, thanks very much, Sean, and thanks to Jeff Beller for spending a few minutes with us. Thought it was an interesting comment. 8 in the box, you got to throw the ball a little bit.
Yeah, and I like the fact that he's well aware that at the point of attack, Columbus Scotus against the run has been outstanding. I mean, it was a couple superhuman efforts from Couts that got them some positive yards in the run game, but really at the point of attack outside of Engelhaupt's run, by blocking design, it hasn't been well executed this far.
So we are at halftime, 19-14 Scotus on top. We certainly enjoy bringing you these state high school football championships on NET from Memorial Stadium. We hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoy bringing them to you. And if you do enjoy it, we would love to have your support. With your generous donation to NET, you help us produce more than 200 hours of sports programming each year. So if you donate $120, we'll send you an exclusive NET Sports Partners Club jacket. Now, this jacket is a gift with our thank you for your support, and you will also automatically become a member of our NET Sports Partners Club. So please get your NET jacket, and you can do that by calling 800-634-6788, or you can visit netnebraska.org/donate. We'd love to have you as a member of our Sports Partners Club. And Bringing you 3 state championship yesterday, 3 more today. We will crown 6 state champs here on NAT over these next 2 days. I'm glad you didn't ask if you could have one of those jackets, because that's the first thing that Matt Davison said last night.
Nah, I don't like to have my hand out a whole lot, man. It's not my style.
So,
what does he need to ask for? I thought he had a wardrobe full of NAT stuff.
He asks pretty well, that's why.
Surprised he'd have all that time to even be paying attention with all the preparation and stuff that you guys have to go through for these broadcasts.
It is incredible. There is no doubt about that.
How about that guy? Shoes on. It's like Shoegate.
Laced him up. He's ready to go. The shoulder pads look a little unpopped.
Yeah,
I have to bundle those up.
Not a big fan of the body language. If he looks like a guy, if he was getting ready to go, would probably be doing a few high knees.
Yeah,
jogging a little bit more than walking. That body language wouldn't lead me to believe that we would be seeing him in the second half.
A little shake of the head there. And that, of course, is a tough blow for the Shamrocks. Bailey Pelster, their leading rusher, outstanding player. Rushes for about 11 yards per carry. Take a guy like that out of your toolbox of weapons, it certainly hurts you.
Yeah, Coach Linder, though, very upbeat, surprisingly. He says, hey, we're a deep team. We'll find some options.
Yep. So a driving kick. It'll be picked up back at the 15-yard line. Carried out just past the 25 to about the 26-27-yard line. Not even spotted near the 30. They do mark it near the 30. So a nice return, and that's where the Shamrocks will take over with the 5-point lead.
I think this is a big drive for both football teams, but for different reasons. For Columbus Scotus, you want to show that that last second half drive wasn't really, a fluke. Because Norfolk Catholic had controlled the second quarter. If you're Norfolk Catholic, you don't want to get behind by 2 scores again in the second half.
So in the backfield along with Boss is Spincherry, and the give is to Boss, and Boss just bulldozing forward for a gain of about 8 yards on first down. Nice carry by Jake Boss.
That's it. That's good effort, and that's a win, obviously, on first down. See, second and short, you got the whole repertoire of plays in the playbook.
Boss rushed for 852 yards on the season, 12 touchdowns in his senior year. Big, strong kid, 6 foot, just over 200 pounds.
First time we've seen that trap game really get going from the fullback spot.
I didn't see much of the trap at all. This time it's Harrington around the right side, and Harrington leans forward. A gain of 1 will bring up third down and less than 1 here for the Shamrocks.
You get a good sense of what they want to do in this first series, and a little balance, right? A little belly blow inside run game, then get out on the edge. I look for this one to be back to some sort of a belly blow inside run game here to try to establish some presence up front.
Third down and 1. Christmas under center. Hands it to Boss. Check that
belly blow.
Big run and carry. That's Dodson, Mark Dodson with the carry. Dodson had 8 touchdowns, 500 yards on the season.
Well executed up front. Traditional handoff game. This is just dive. We call that a little down play. Real good blocking angles.
19 yards on the carry by Dodson.
Oh, that's a nice carry. Nice concept too up front.
Dodson still in there at fullback, giving Jake Boss a blow here. A double wing Scotus look. Spincherry in motion takes the handoff. Job out on the edge by Norfolk Catholic. Play there made by Nate Zock. It's the first time we called Nate's name. 55 tackles on the year for the 6'1", 165 senior. Came up and supported from that cornerback.
Yeah, you don't have a defense this good without having all 11 guys play a role, and I'm pretty impressed, especially in the first half, with Norfolk Catholic's secondary getting involved in stopping the run game. Corners just out there for show.
Here's Boss again. Boss breaks the first tackle. Drew Lisey was there to meet him in the hole. Boss wins that battle, leans forward for a gain of about 4. That's going to bring up third down and 3.
Again, 3rd and short. That's right where they want to be in terms of what this offense likes to do.
Spincheri and Harrington in there. Dodson is the fullback. 3rd and short. Give to Spincheri. Breaks that first tackle, leans forward down to the 30-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
Well, I tell you, that's a heck of a tackle right there for Norfolk Catholic, because that play was about to go. It's just a itty-bitty crease. You get the kick-out block. Spincheri almost found it. Outstanding safety play right there. Oh, no, actually, that was Euler.
Right.
He's a good player, isn't he? Especially for a guy that's that diminutive in size.
Leads the team in tackles on the season.
He is active.
128 on the year. Harrington in motion. Dropping back to pass. Hits Spincheri in the flat. Not much there. There once again is Euler along with Drew Lizzie, the 2 linebackers.
When you look up runner hitter in the dictionary, you probably see a picture of Euler. I mean, he's just active. He plays downhill. He runs through guys. Doesn't waste a lot of time being caught out there in space. He does a lot of the dictating. Good football player. Real good football player.
Second down and 9. Harrington.
A little dive action. Boy, the versatility in this run game is pretty interesting. It's a lot to handle for a defensive coordinator. You get trap, you get option, you get veer, you get down, you get dive. We'll see another team with some of those offensive run game complexities in Millard West tonight. And actually, that being said, in Millard North as well, a lot of versatility in their run games.
So another 3rd down here, this time 3rd and 6. Boss this time in motion. Harrington, the direct snap. And he gets stopped after a gain of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down and 5 from the 25.
Again, and Lizzie and Euler, I really, the edge was set nicely, turning that run play back inside. I believe that was Euler. Watch the edge get set and force this play back to the inside. Yeah, see, that's just Euler giving himself up, taking on a puller, forcing the cutback. That's really good toughness by Euler, giving up a ton in poundage.
And here's Jake Boss on to try a 42-yard field goal.
He's got a big leg.
Kick is up on its way, and Boss has got it. 42-yarder for Jake Boss. And Scotus extends that lead to 8.
You're like, DB, how would you know that? You watch that guy kick off, he's got a hammer.
Absolutely. So the Shamrocks extend that lead on a 42-yard field goal by Boss. They lead at 22-14.
Hello, I'm Larry Putney, and you know, sports fans tell us that NET brings Nebraska together through coverage of high school and college athletics. You can join the nearly 2,000 Sports Partners Club members whose contributions make possible more than 200 hours of sports throughout the year. Members receive invitations and special invites to tailgates with sports speakers and live productions, so visit netnebraska.org and join the Sports Partners Club. Sports partners like you put the action in NET sports. Thank you.
With the odds stacked against them, a team puts everything on the line on the biggest stage in collegiate volleyball history.
We're not going to get this done if we do it individually.
They just believed. They knew somehow they would find a way.
As they win the 2006 National Championship.
Saturday afternoon at 5 Central on NET.
Back at Memorial Stadium, let's go down to Sean Callahan.
Guys, it's no surprise Columbus Scotus has a good kicking game. They are one of the better soccer schools in the state of Nebraska. They captured the Class B state title, so a lot of kids here on this Scotus roster have soccer backgrounds and a little bit better kicking game than what we saw last night, and even in the Class B, in that Class B game.
That's a good point right there. Kicking game fell a little short last night.
Yes, it did.
I mean, look at this.
Yep, Boss drives one into the end zone. Will not be returned.
I mean, it's not super aesthetically pleasing. You know, that's probably not how you teach it. But you got a good athlete with a big leg. Let him be a kicker.
It's effective.
We saw that with Hagan, who was at Westside, who is now at kicking for Northern Illinois with a hammer of his own. Another good athlete, turn kicker. All you kickers out there.
Pretty good one on the sideline here for the Norfolk Catholic Knights, too. Completion right away, outside. There's Matt Miller again. Let's see what Norfolk Catholic can do here in their first drive of the second half. The Shamrocks took the opening drive of the second, put 3 points on the board. Good completion here, Verbka to Miller.
Yeah, real good concept, too. Verbka throws that ball on time. It was their fourth down play that, or excuse me, the third down play in the first quarter that got nullified due to the procedure. But that's just easy. That's too easy pitch and catch out there.
Let's go down to the field to Sean.
Guys, it makes you wonder if Scotus questions that decision now to go for 2 before halftime, because if they just simply kick the extra point, obviously they're up 9 versus 8, and it was one of those situations where you really didn't have to go for 2 with where the game was at, but they chose to, and you know, they had to rush that play because the play clock was winding down, and here they are still only up 1 possession with Norfolk Catholic very much still alive in this game.
Definitely with Sean on that one. I don't believe you go for 2 until you have to. And you didn't want to be chasing that point all game, but.
Well, and I think I thought Tyler Lindu's comments to you, Sean, right before the half indicated that he probably felt he was put in a position where at that point he just had to go.
Yeah.
And so he said, we're going to deal with it, we're going to move on, and it's done and over. So he's already passed it, and now probably thrilled to have that 8-point lead.
For those of you watching at home, that is Rinkall running down Hautman, or Engelhardt, excuse me, on the run play. That's number 72 getting lateral downhill from the D-tack spot, forcing a 3rd and 3. Goodness gracious. Pretty big motor by that guy right there.
So that will bring up now 3rd down and 3. Verbka rolling to his right, option outside.
They're going to get a hold over there, LP. That one was a bad one.
And flag is on the turn.
That was a good old-fashioned double leg.
Enough for the first down, but hold has already been called. And that will back them up, and will replay 3rd down. It's going to make it 3rd and 13. I'll check that. It's going to be more than that. It's a spot foul.
That one was deep in the backfield. That one's going to cost him.
Well, this is what Jeff Beller said. We just have to be smarter, right?
Yeah.
Go back to the first half. They had a first down on a drive that they started. They committed a foul, prevented it from getting the
on
first
the
down.
offense. 10-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Down the field to Sean.
And you heard Coach Jeff Beller, he kind of questioned that holding call, but he yelled at Aiden Burrows and said, I don't know about that call, Aiden, but you got to keep your hands in, son. You are destroying us out there today with these holding calls.
And that Shoham that drew the penalty got the arm up around the neck and shoulder area. Anytime that arm goes up there, you're going to get that call. It's you can't not call that.
Yep. So here we go, 3rd down and 17 after the penalty. So the penalty occurred 4 yards deep in the backfield. Now going downfield, trying to find Miller, and it's intercepted, picked off, and it'll be Scotus ball at the 42-yard line. And suddenly starting to feel a bit of momentum rolling the Shamrock way.
Yeah, anytime if you're going to throw the verticals against too high, that has to be on the line. This ball is in the air too long for a deep half safety to not make a play on. That's a hole throw and not a run after it, a run under it throw. Too easy a play for the deuce 3 right there for Columbus Scotus.
Good pick by John Lovell.
Going up and making a play on the ball at the highest point, which you see a lot of kids have a hard time doing. Difficult skill set to play a ball in the air. That's tailor-made in that too high safety look. That's what you want.
Scotus is either going to be penalized here or they will not get this playoff in the next 3 seconds. They're still in the huddle.
I'm not so sure that clock was reset. A little miscommunication down there. Yeah, I don't know about that. Coach Leonard doing a good job keeping his composure right there. You rarely see that, a delay a game after
right after
a
the possession turn, yeah. Right after the change of possession. So that's a first flag today, though, on Columbus Scotus. They've been fairly clean. Yep. So here we go. Prismus back out there. Boss is the fullback. Give to Boss right up the middle. Not much there. A gain of maybe 1 brings up 2nd down and still long.
See, in my opinion, that changes the way Scotus likes to play tremendously. I know it's only 1st down and 1st and 15, but it's hard for that offense, the way that they like to play, to stay on schedule, giving up that -5 yards.
Gain of 1, 2nd down and 14. Wings are Spincheri and Harrington. Harrington in motion, takes the handoff. Steps inside, good gain by Harrington.
Well, that was a good pull and kick out block right there for Columbus Scotus. I believe that was number 54. That was Nowicki getting out there and pulling. We get those little athletic guards that can come out there and move like that. They're almost like bowling balls.
Gain of 6 on the play brings up 3rd down and 8.
Nowicki's playing center. Did he pull as an uncovered center? That's even better.
Yeah. Statue of Liberty again inside the Boss. Not fooled this time was Engelhop, and Engelhop makes the play to stop Boss because there was some running room there before he was run down.
Yeah, he gets by Engelhop, and it's a race to the goal line right there.
Injury on the play for Scotus, down on the field.
That looked like Prismus, but I don't think
it's Nowicki.
Oh, it's Nowicki, okay.
Yep.
Apologize for guessing. Usually it's not professional of me to speculate on an injury.
Sam Nowicki is down.
Waiting for you to chastise me on that one. Thank you, I appreciate the grace. Yeah, I did get there again. Best spotter in the land. Took him right in the rib cage. You know, that's one where that's like a stinger. He'll be okay, but when those initially happen, it's like a shot goes through your body.
Got a 53-yard field goal attempt here, guy.
I did say it would have been good from 52 when he made it from 42. We'll see.
This is Boss from 53 yards away. Fires it in there, and it is good. 53-yard field goal for Jake Boss.
When I said hammer, I meant hammer. A huge leg for that young man, and is now what Sean was after, a 2-possession game.
25-14, and what a boot by Boss.
How many guys are running fullback traps for 30 yards and then ripping off 53-yard field goals? I'm going to go with not many. Then that one was good from another 5 yards.
Not a state record. The state record in Class C1 is Drew Farley of Norfolk Catholic. Back in 2010, he hit a 57-yarder. Let's get out on the field to Sean.
Jacob Boss is indeed a soccer player for that state championship Columbus Scotus soccer team as well. And just talking to some folks down here on the sidelines, they have confidence with him, obviously, from anywhere from 50 yards on in, and he showed it right there. He can go about 55 or 60 if he needs to, and we just haven't seen that very often, especially in these Class C games over the years.
I'm reminding Sean that Boss goes about 6 foot and about 2 bills. Does that strike you as a soccer playing type?
Wow. And Boss boots it away and will drive this into the end zone. No return. We just had a viewer question come in. So it just said, are the goalposts at Memorial Stadium changed for the high school playoffs to reflect the wider width in high school sports? And the answer to that is no. That's right.
Yeah, it's a tougher game to kick when you come here to Memorial Stadium. These are college uprights.
Even more impressive.
What a hammer. I mean, and it's not exactly a kicker-friendly day out here today, is it? The wind's a little right to left as we're looking. There's that trips formation again. They're good with it.
Handoff, Engelhop. Engelhop, stiff arm, still on his feet. Good work by Engelhop to pick up 4 on first down.
When he loses a helmet, that means he's got to take a play off. Well, you can tell that ankle is not 100%. Nice when you have a tailback like Couch to come in and kind of spell you. I mean, that's as good as 1-2 punches we've seen.
Timeout called? It was. Timeout called by Norfolk Catholic. Looks like they had a hard time getting someone in there for Engelhop, who had to come out, and Jacob Malachek hustled out there at the last second, number 2. We haven't seen Jacob Malachek in the game. I think it was Coach Beller turning around and saying, somebody get in there, Jacob Malachek. I'll take that opportunity. Hey, we asked you earlier in the game today a trivia question. And that question that we asked you was, in Class C1, who has the longest interception return for a touchdown in Class C1? Longest interception return. The answer? Scott Frost. 105 yards. He did it back in 1991. Scott played at Wood River, of course. And Troy Booth. I hope I have that right, Troy. Troy Booth, or Boothie, from Lincoln, knew the answer. So Troy will be sending you a T-shirt.
Yeah, I got that answer on Twitter. And when that guy was my quarterback as a senior, I'm pretty sure I know that guy.
I thought if I said, you know who this is because you played with him, that might be
that was a little too easy.
That might be too good of a hint. Not many guys who would hold the record for an interception return that played Class C1 that played with you.
Yeah, that would have been
it might cut it down to 1 or 2.
Pretty good giveaway, especially good an athlete as he was.
Forward to the right, under pressure, and dropped. Boss. He's being a boss here in the second half.
He's played like a boss. And who doesn't kick 53-yard field goals and then make tackles for losses? And as I'm reading on Twitter from my man Jake, and play with the smoke-colored visor. I mean, why not to boot? Look at the close here. See, if you're Verbka, you're not expecting a guy to run like that in that short of space and cut you off.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 13. Motioning it out is Miller.
Tough matchup if you go to Miller.
They give it inside. Engelhop. And there's Shohan showing up again.
How about the tackle in the open field? I mean, if he doesn't make that play, and if you're Engelhop, you're thinking to yourself, I can't let a guy get to my legs in the open field. But if you're Shohan, you're like, I got this. Because if he doesn't make that tackle, it's a foot race. It is an absolute foot race. Well-conceived play, great tackle by Shohan.
That brings up 4th down and 11. On to punt it away is Engelhop. Back deep for the Shamrocks, Harrington. So Engelhop gives his defense some time to get down the field. High and fair catch called for at the 44-yard line. So once again, Scotus takes over and already in field goal territory.
Yeah, Harrington is fearless. It's not all. Listen, I think I see a lot of high school football games, right?
Right.
You don't often see guys volunteering to make fair catches on punts.
In the crowd, right?
And Harrington just refuses to give up yards in the kicking game. It's an underappreciated skill set, but it's invaluable if you're a coach.
So they'll call it the 43-yard line. Not much room for Spincherry, and the play made out on the edge by Euler.
Yeah, I might become president of his fan club. I mean, I'm objective here, right? I'm not cheering for either side, but between he and Shohan, they are putting on a clinic on how to play that spot from the second level.
Loss of 1 on the play brings up 2nd down and 11. Ball spotted at the 44. Here's a give to Jarecki. Jarecki trying to break a tackle. Euler again on the edge.
I'm telling you, I don't know what our viewers at home are able to see, like what we're able to see. But the way that he plays angles in his run fits, watch him shoot the gap. See window, fill window, right? That's how you play it. Cloudy clear as a linebacker. How about the open field tackle?
2 plays, they've lost 6 yards.
And I think now, is it safe to say they're out of field goal range?
That's right, back to the 49. That is safe now. Unless you can hit it from 66. Up the middle with Boss, so that will be a turnover on downs. Norfolk Catholic looking for anything to create a bit of momentum as we tick off the final seconds here in this third quarter of play.
That's an outstanding answer by the Norfolk Catholic defense, especially up front. Just an outstanding job. That's almost like sudden change, right? You got good field position. Guys like Victor Stoffel, he's like, nah, no way, not here, not now.
Van Cannon to kick it away. And Engels out of bounds, and it'll go out inside and right at the 10-yard line. A good kick by Tate Van Cannon.
Well, ever since his insertion as a punter, he's flipped field position, hasn't he? Can't say enough about both these defensive units. I really thought the offenses were efficient enough to maybe establish themselves during this game. Neither side has really been able to get into an ebb and flow.
So Scotus will take over down by 11. 15 seconds to go here. Not seen much of Couts here in this third quarter. Dylan Couts.
Now, they haven't had a lot of looks at it.
Right. Well, that will run down the clock on quarter number 3.
A rapidly moving quarter number 3, dominated by Columbus Scotus.
And dominated by Jake Boss, who knocks down 2 long field goals, including a 53-yarder to extend that Scotus lead, 25-14.
All right, college visit number 2. Here we go. What?
Learn more from Education Quest at govisitcollege.org.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
So that's a quick look at the first 3 quarters of play, and here's our summary. 101 yards passing, 5 penalties, 2 turnovers for the Knights. The Shamrocks got on the board early, had those 2 big third quarter field goals, and 199 yards on the ground have led the way. So the final 12 minutes here underway in Class C1. We've got a good one. Norfolk Catholic with the ball, down by 11. Out of the backfield, wide open. If they hit him, he could go. Great grab down the near sideline. There goes Engelhop. Touchdown, Norfolk Catholic.
Yeah, give me all 91 and a half of those. The same concept that Scotus has struggled with since the open. Wow.
90-yard touchdown, catch and run by David Engelhop. One more look.
Now the concept is the wheel off that same look, and they get their best player out in space. How about that? And then the speed, he showed a different gear, didn't he?
Yeah. Thought maybe they had the angle on it. They're going to go for 2. Fumbled. Covered it up. So they popped quickly out of that extra point look into a 2-point conversion look and then fumbled the snap.
Yeah, Verbka asking what happened there. Now the 1-possession game. How about that, though? I mean,
down to the field, Deshaun.
You see David Inglehop running here at Nebraska's summer camp at 6'4", 230 pounds. He ran about a 4.58 40 when he was there. So legitimate speed. I think that goes back to what Jeff Beller said at halftime. He said when they're bringing 8 men in the box, 8 men in the line of scrimmage, we've got to throw more in those situations and find the big play. Well, that's a perfect example of finding the big play when Columbus Scotus really brought heavy pressure at Norfolk Catholic.
Well, how about that? I mean, when you need your best player to make a play, that's what playmakers do. Great throw, sure-handed. And Coach Biller obviously not happy with leaving those 2 points on the field.
That's right. I think he's just been disturbed all game long by the sloppiness that he's seen.
Yeah. Atypical of a Coach Biller coach football
That's
team.
right.
Especially on this stage.
Yep. So ready to kick it deep. Here is Dylan Cotto. High end over end will be taken at about the 5-yard line. That's Harrington with it. Past the 25, he's got room. Past the 30, out to the 40. Good return by Harrington, a 35-yard return.
I really like their kick return team. They get good guys on the wing and the edge. And Harrington is a fearless returner. That's not a good sign. He needs a break. Watch him get this set up. Everybody for somebody. Kampf doing a good job. That's a really well-coached unit right there.
So let's see if the Shamrocks can answer here.
Well, they're without 2 of their best offensive weapons right now. No Peltzer and no Harrington.
Christmas gives it to Boss. Gain of 4 on the carry. Check that 3 for Boss. Brings up 2nd down and 7.
They still got that guy.
It's a good guy to have.
Yeah. For all those folks that like to make fun of soccer players, we'll leave that guy alone.
That's not me. I don't make fun of soccer players. How about you?
You know I don't. I was married to one.
That's right. Spincherry. Oh, great support. Euler again, and we got a flag on the play, but wow, did Euler come up and hit hard.
Oh, I tell you what, he plays the game the right way. Outstanding player. He's listed as 6'1". Does Euler look 6'1" to you?
No.
I'd like to see him up close.
6'1", 190.
Doesn't look that either.
Nope. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
Plays like every bit of it. That'll back him up 10 yards, so bring up 2nd down and long. And you talk about being off schedule.
Everybody just fitting in the run game. Quite the open. We've seen some really good open field tackling by both football teams today.
2nd, 17. Christmas on the reverse. Harrington has it. Harrington tripped up. Support by Colton Lyons from that quarterback spot. Colton Lyons trips him up.
Yeah, and if he, again, just what we were talking about, if he doesn't make that play, I don't believe anybody does. Scotus fans pretty happy right now. A lot of game left in a 1-possession game. 10 minutes with only 1 score between the two. Excuse me, separating the two.
3rd down and 10. The other way, the reverse again. Spincherry's got a 1st down. Boy, they were staring at 2nd and 16 and back-to-back big carries, and the Shamrocks pick up the 1st.
Yeah, that is a bag breaker if you're a Coach Beller. You had him right where you wanted, off schedule. predominantly running team. And Spin-Cherry, how about a nice surprise? Not a surprise for those that watch Scotus, but Spin-Cherry has answered the dinner bell after it rang with the Peltzer injury. He has stepped up.
First and 10. Here's Harrington. He's got room. Harrington near sideline. Harrington still on his feet. Down to the 20-yard line. Big carry. A 29-yard gain on the run for Harrington.
Yeah, the thing I'm most impressed with is his toughness. His quad appears to be bothering him some. We saw it on the end of that return. And then he stepped out of that missed tackle by Lyons and regathered. Well executed it. You got two pullers, you got a kicker and a wrapper, and there goes Harrington around the corner. They get the good kick out block, they get the good wrap on the first puller. Well done and well executed. Pretty impressive right now what Scotus has been able to do up front.
Boss now the other way. Boss with a load. Good stiff arm inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line on the carry by Jake Boss.
I think right now there's a lot of good things going on right now on both sides, but the thing I'm probably most impressed with is the resiliency by both teams. The ability to answer under adverse situations. Well, it's no fun to say anymore, but Boss has been a boss.
First down, goal to go from the 7.
Look at the surge on the offensive line.
And Harrington, who just has been getting up so slow off of the turf, takes that handoff and goes inside the 5.
It looks to be something in the hip area up towards that quad region. Tough football player right there, but you're just watching Scotus, and I'm a little surprised by this. I thought the slight advantage was to Norfolk Catholic in the trenches up front on that D-line, but Columbus Scotus able to get a surge up front.
Give to Boss. Cuts it up. Dug down from behind. Victor Stoffel was there first. Some help by Burrows.
Quietly, Stoffel's had a really good game. He does a lot of the dirty work for them on the interior.
Nearing the 8-minute mark left in this game. Still a 5-point Scotus lead. And a timeout called as the play clock was just about up.
A lot of hands on the hips right now for both football teams. You can tell we're in the 4th quarter of a heavyweight battle for a state title.
Big 3rd down and goal here. 3rd and 4. Scotus can make it a 2-score game with a touchdown. Otherwise, field goal makes it a 1-touchdown game. Let's go down to the field to Sean.
Guys, yeah, I think this will be an interesting decision here if they get to a 4th down. Knowing the kicking game that you have, do you play it safe, go up by 8 and make Norfolk Catholic have to score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion, or do you gamble, try to get the touchdown and knock them out here? This is a very tough decision they're faced with if they don't get in on 3rd down.
It doesn't strike me as the way that Coach Linder likes to coach and playing it safe, but you've got to keep the football on the ground and get it in the hands of your best player. If you have to take the field goal, you take the field goal. Nothing hurt there. Your defense has been tough. You definitely keep the ball on the ground. I find a way to get Harrington the ball.
Hawk enjoying the game as well. 3rd down and goal. Give to Harrington. It's got room in there for the touchdown.
See how easy that is from where we stand?
And with the touchdown and the 4 yards, Harrington now over 100 for the game. 102 and the touch.
Yeah, off. Just 2 well-coached football teams. I can't say enough good things about Coach Linder right there. Just in talking to him this week, you just got the sense he felt good about his football team. He was very upbeat. I almost, like I said earlier, I didn't want to hang up the phone. And there's that guy in Harrington.
Now for the extra point, here is Harrington. Up, and it is good.
I tell you, that
scores the touchdown, kicks the extra point, has 100 yards, and Scotus leads it by 12. Scotus was with the wind on that drive, and that has proven to be, or against the wind, and that has proven to be an important factor in the game. If you look at the points that are into the wind, Scotus has the only points into the wind. Norfolk Catholic has only scored with, and they are going with the wind here in the fourth.
And how about this, though? You've given up 269 yards on the ground, and this was perhaps the easiest 4. Only a game, a 2-hand touch was the difference between Harrington and the end zone. How about the answer?
Yeah.
I mean,
for both teams. Yep.
It's good for another good. There's a lot of good football players out on the football field right now. And the ability for Scotus to find a way to continue to churn out yards on the ground without Peltzer. I referenced earlier in our open. Coach, they pride themselves on everybody getting multiple touches, and they were the team that was best built to withstand an injury to one of their stars because they have other ways to move the football.
Well, he said that going into half. We have a lot of options. Tanner Spincheri has certainly answered the bell as well as Harrington. So ball taken at the 14-yard line. Here's the return by Engelhop. Engelhop out to the 37 or 38-yard line. So good field position here for the Knights, who must respond and respond quickly with 7:50 to go here in this fourth quarter.
A 2-possession game under 7 minutes to go. Or with 7 minutes to go, 7:50 to go. That's not a lot of time for this offense.
Right. So Verbka back out there at quarterback. Flipped outside. There's Couts again. Couts not much doing. Shohan is there along with your 2 favorite players. In fact, Shohan and Arenkel combining on that tackle.
It's good. I mean, can't say enough. We've showered a ton of praise, and he's earned it. Couch with only 2 carries, I believe, in the second half. Is that right? He's got the edge.
Engelhop breaks a couple of tackles, leans forward for the first down. Good carry by Engelhop, who's beginning to lean on that defense a little bit.
And I tell you what, if he steps to his right about 1.5 yards, it might have been pay dirt. They got the good kick out block. The off tackle run game has been very good. Watch him. If he goes right instead of back in, it turns into a foot race.
Blockers out there too. First and 10, ball at midfield. Engelhop drugged down.
Coming at him in droves now.
Jackson Kumpf, along with Ryan Mustard on that play. There's Mustard.
Now that is a unique last name. I'm going to have to check the lineage there. I have to break off a phone call to Chad and see if he's got any.
That's right.
He's got any kinfolk running around.
Out in the flat, Miller with the catch.
Another great open field tackle.
Not much doing there. Tackle by Foltz, Alec Foltz, and we're seeing a lot of the second team here on defense. Mustard a second teamer, Foltz is in the second team, doing a nice job of rotating, keeping their guys fresh on that Scotus side.
Yeah, I'm just impressed with both teams in the open field tackling. I'm telling you, I coach defense, and it's just a hard skill to get kids to become very proficient at. Maybe that's more a reflection of me.
Here's a reverse of Couts. He's got some room if he can get to the edge. He did. Couts down the near sideline. Spins still on his feet inside the 25-yard line. A nice carry by Dylan Couts. He goes 27 yards on the carry.
Yeah, again, hasn't had a whole lot of touches in the second half. He made this one count as he rips off a big one.
And down in the field is Harrington, David.
Yeah, he's been laboring. That's the first open field tackle we've seen him miss.
That's a cramp, yep.
Yeah, it's something up towards that quad region. He's played his heart out, though. He's
really tried to, looks like he's cramping there.
Coach Miller. It's not a bad break for his guys right now. The bigs, some of those guys playing two ways, able to rest up here a little bit. This is a money drive to get this thing back into one score.
Ooh, found it there. Ouch.
Yeah, I've got no problems with him being out on the field. A lot of what he's playing with, he's leaving out there. He's played hard.
Let's go down to the field with Sean Callahan. Sean.
Guys, just being on this Columbus Scotus sideline, it's been fun just to watch their defensive coaches. There is just constant energy, constant teaching going on between each and every play. You can just feel the excitement with these guys on the sideline, and the kids really play for these coaches. And it's just a unit. You know, there's not one standout star on this defense the way they've been flying around out here today.
Yeah, that's another good note too. You know, I was talking earlier in the first quarter with this 3-4 defense and knowing tendency and how those guys were playing run fits, you got the sense right away that this is a well-coached, tight-knit unit.
Hey, good reminder here while they work on Harrington that you could purchase a DVD copy of the NSAA Nebraska High School Football Championships for just $19.95 plus shipping and handling. To order, call us toll-free at 800-868-1868. You can also visit the website, netnebraska.org. And Harrington up and walking gingerly off as he cramped up in that left calf, and they were working hard trying to loosen that cramp up, and you can see him very slowly walking off. You think that's cramp, right?
Well, I'm not sure. I thought it was his right leg that was bothering him first, and now that one appears to be the left. That looks like a cramp.
Inside 6 minutes to go. Norfolk Catholic with the ball, trailing by 12, but have a nice drive going here. Off of the big play from Couts, it's 1st down and 10. Couts at the top of the eye. Flag thrown. Timeout called by Beller. So Jeff Beller takes a timeout. Those are the ones that frustrate you and get you.
Yeah.
Just had a long break there. You had a long injury, plenty of time to talk it over, and then you take a timeout before the snap of the next.
He was talking to his guys during the break too. Probably no need for that to happen.
Yep. Hey, NET sports fans, we bring you more Nebraska high school sports than any other Nebraska network. For more information on the dates and times, DVD sales, available webcasts, all the content you might enjoy, it's all available on our website. So you can visit netnebraska.org/sports to find out what's coming up next on NET. A lot coming your way. We still have 2 state football championships yet today. We have Nebraska volleyball coming up tomorrow night on NET Sports. Big Red wrap-up also tomorrow night right after the volleyball game. Predictions on the Iowa game.
Should be a dandy.
That's the hope, right?
That's the hope.
It's going to be a good one.
Flag Friday, 2:30.
1st down and 10. Verbka in the shotgun. Fakes the give. He'll keep. And nothing there for Verbka, and a wrinkle shuts it down.
Oh, boy. Between he, Euler, Shohan, we've seen some great individual defensive performances.
Really keeping him fresh as Mustard now back in there for Wrinkle. Just in and out, not afraid to use that second team.
Pretty good depth by both football teams here.
Second down and now 13 after the loss of 3. Dropping back to pass, Verbka looks down the field as a man. Incomplete. Safety comes over and makes the good hit and breaks it up.
Well, that's Foles coming over the top. Again, you got a too high safety look. It's going to be hard to get air under those throws, but it's the wheel route again. Miller goes in motion. That's a heck of a play by Foltz. But again, one in which in a too high look, just not a, ball's in the air too long for a good safety to not get to.
But great timing there by Foltz, didn't you think? I mean, just timed that perfectly.
It's that ball was on the money in terms of where it was thrown.
3rd down and 13, likely 4-down territory at 5:10 to go here in the 4th, down by 12. Blitz coming, steps out of it, looks downfield, caught! Down at the 1-yard line, what a grab by Matt Miller.
And I'm telling you, they're not going to be happy with that. He says, I'm sorry. But again, it's the same concept. It's the wheel route. They ran the arrow by the number, they ran the slant by the number 1. Miller was the number 2. He runs the wheel route.
He thought he was grabbed there, and he was a couple of times. Ooh.
And he's getting a good matchup, right? He's got his hands under that.
Yep. Good grab there by Miller.
How about the camera?
And in there for the touchdown.
Guys in the truck doing such a good job. We missed Engelhout downhill again.
Engelhout punches it in from a yard out and back to within a 1-touchdown game.
Now see here, I think you kicked the extra point.
Yep.
There's no real difference. There you go. No difference between 5 or 4.
So Dylan Cotto on to kick the extra point. Extra point is good by Cotto. Let's get out of the field to Sean Callahan.
Guys, something to watch here in this final part of the game is Norfolk Catholic down to just 1 timeout with 4:52 left to go. So there aren't going to be that many opportunities. Their defense really can't afford to let Columbus Scotus grind out a couple of first downs, because this game will be over with before you know it.
Yeah, that makes that 1 timeout that Coach Beller had to use off the long injury timeout that they got from Harrington being down on the field pretty costly.
The time of possession has also been a factor here. First half versus second half between these two teams. You can see it was dominated by Norfolk Catholic in the first, but look at the second half time of possession. Scotus has been able to get the ball, play keep away, and more importantly, score points while doing that.
Now keep an eye. It'll be interesting to see what Norfolk Catholic does with this kickoff. Their kick coverage has been a little spotty. Can't afford to give up any sort of good field position here. You've got the wind at your back to some degree, a little right to left coming out of the south.
Taken at the 5-yard line. Here's Harrington again. Turn back to about the 29-yard line, so the Shamrocks will take over and try to work clock and get first downs.
Now they got the perfect offense for a 4-minute drive. Unfortunately, you're almost at about the 5-minute mark. That's 2 first downs and getting to a 4th down on a 3rd drive. Excuse me, a 3rd first down attempt.
In motion goes Boss. He'll take the handoff. Breaks 1 tackle. Still bouncing around and on his feet. Boss, first down. Just does not quit. What a carry. Jake Boss.
I'll tell you what. You ought to add an S to his last name. Right, between the field goal kicking and the tough running and him dropping the hammer on defense. Just the individual efforts that we've seen in this one from both teams have been outstanding.
They had him once, twice, 3, 4, 5 different broken tackles before he's finally brought down. Here's Harrington. Harrington, you saw stepping inside, didn't want to get near a sideline, driven out of bounds, wants to keep the clock running as we near the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, they said they need 2 first downs and to get to the 3rd down of a potential 3rd first down. You know, and it's interesting, Norfolk Catholic, for a team that hasn't been used to playing from behind, they've only had the lead in this game for 29 seconds.
That that was right near the end of the first half before Scotus drove the length of the field to retake that lead. Good carry by Dodson. Dodson with a first down.
There's 2. Now you got to get to 3rd down of this series to give yourself to start to feel pretty good. That's where that one timeout is. It's really hurting right now.
Out of the field, Sean Callahan.
And Larry, this is something we talked about last night at Elkhorn South. They didn't have a lot of two-way players, and that depth showed up in the 4th quarter. It's Columbus Scotus on their line. A lot of those guys, none of them play on the defense. So you're seeing that depth, I think, wear down Norfolk Catholic up front at this point.
Yeah, good point, Sean. And not just that they don't play two ways, but they've been playing a lot of backup. I mean, we've seen second teamers in there getting their reps to really rest those first teamers.
And in critical moments, too, you talk about confidence.
Right.
We were seeing second team guys on the defense in crunch time in the 3rd quarter.
.245 to go. 2nd down.
You just cannot. You got 1 first down to make if you're Columbus Scotus.
2nd and 9. Give to Spincheri. Flag in the backfield. That's going to be a hold on the Shamrocks. And it looks like Carson Fucher knew it as soon as it happened.
Yeah. That offensive line has been outstanding across the board for Columbus Scotus. Nothing to hang your head down. You're hanging your head about now.
Nope.
Here's the deal now. Do you accept the penalty and give them another 45 seconds? You've got a 3rd and 7.
They declined it.
Offense. Penalty is declined.
Okay.
3rd down.
They want, now they're interested in clock, not the yardage.
Right.
Instead of making it 2nd and 17, you're now at 3rd and 9. Or long 8. Make that 3rd and 7.
Yep. So Christmas at quarterback. The give to Boss. He's met right in the hole and going nowhere.
And now you can use your timeout. That was an outstanding job by Coach Beller and company to decline the penalty. Now you have a full you're going to get 2 minutes with the football, a 2-minute offense. You have no timeouts. This is championship caliber football.
Big hit. Jake Boss still down on the field. Let's go down on the field to Sean.
Hey guys, they snapped that ball with about 13 seconds left on the play clock, but after the tackle, Jeff Beller, the Norfolk Catholic coach, he literally ran out to almost the 50-yard line to let the referee know he wanted that timeout and stop that clock.
Yeah, it is intense down there. I don't blame Coach Beller at all. I'd get to that big red end if I were him, if I needed their attention. And I've been a guy that's been known to roam a sideline or two, push the envelope a little bit.
So 4th down and 8. It'll punt upcoming for the Scotus Shamrocks. And here is Tate Van Cannon in to kick it away. Slippery Dylan Couts is deep, standing at the 15. Kick is away. Right to Couts. He'll take it at about the 7. Bobbles it. It's on the ground and recovered by Norfolk Catholic.
Oh my. 2 minutes and 3 seconds.
Justin Timmerman hopped on it.
Truly the drive for a state title. We take a look at the replay here. Took his eyes off it just for a second, trying to make a play. Is that Lyons on the spot?
Timmerman was right there.
Okay, Timmerman.
Yep.
How many teams right now are going 88 yards in 2 minutes and 3 seconds?
We'll find out if Norfolk Catholic can be one of them.
It's a drive for the championship.
Verbka in the shotgun. Looks to his left. Guns it out there, incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Matt Miller was open for a good 3 or 4 seconds before the ball was delivered. Verbka a little late, Boss back in the game now. Boy, the effort out here is got to work his way back to that a little bit.
2nd down and 10. Wildcat, direct snap. Counts, good carry. Near a 1st down, clock will continue to run.
Well, he just looks dangerous with the football under his arms. Sudden, good change of direction, and we know he's got top end speed.
3rd down and 2, inside 1:40 to go from the I. The toss to Couch, looking to get the 1st down. He's got it. They'll line up quickly. The clock will stop for the movement of the chains.
Momentarily to get it set up. What you can't have right now is, oh boy, I was going to say you can't have that guy come off the football field. He's like, I'm playing for a state title. I'm still out here. Clock's reset. Not sure why they're huddling. Split back look here.
All we do is right as Verbka. One man in the pattern. Verbka will keep it himself and get out of bounds.
Yeah, interesting choice right there in the play design. You're exactly right. A one-man route. He was going to run the corner route. Just takes too long to develop. Does get out of bounds. I know you're surprised to hear that Shohan had the tackle.
Let's go down to the field to Sean.
Guys, and surprisingly on that last play call, David Engelhop was not on the field. You would think in this situation, you would want him out there for every single snap.
Good success out of this trips formation here, Larry.
Engelhop out there now looking for that wheel route. Engelhop again, can't find it. Verbka will pull it down and go to the sideline and get a 1st down and out of bounds.
See, Columbus Scotus now zoning that on the backside, the trips. They were giving a lot of man-to-man looks out of that trips and being eaten alive with those pick plays and those rub routes. The wheel route was late to develop. They jumped on top out of the too high. They know it's coming.
Another 1st down brings up 1st down and 10. 1:05 to go. 5-point Scotus lead. 65 seconds left. 61 yards to go. The give, Engelhop. Ball on the ground. It's out. Scotus is on it. And a flag on the play late. We'll see what the flag is.
Boy, I tell you what, well, that is tough for Engelhop, the best player on the field for Norfolk Catholic, with the last shot at it. And that looks like it's against Norfolk Catholic. That'll be the ball game.
Penalty on the play.
No flag. Ball came out. Scotus is on it.
And it was an effort deal. Look. See, that's how it's been all day if you're a fan of Columbus Scotus. A team effort. You got 2 hats on the ball, one guy raking at it as it's going to the ground. We've seen that all day.
And actually
from both teams.
And a guy's name we haven't called all day. Matt Strecker comes up big, rips the ball loose, recovered by the Shamrocks, and they are a victory formation away from winning a state championship.
Wow, and it was an impressive gutty performance too.
There's Tyler Linder.
Take a look at Coach Linder. He's having to get his composure.
2nd season at Scotus for Tyler Linder.
Had some big shoes to fill, a storied program.
Absolutely. He's gone 20-3 in those 2 seasons, about to go 21-3 and pick up his 1st state championship.
Can't say it enough. A lot of good individual performances out there. The best team performance was had by Columbus Scotus.
And that is the deal, and that will do it. Columbus Scotus, your state champs in Class C1. And Coach Linder gets the Gatorade bath. What a finish and what a game. Many of the pundits coming in said this was Norfolk Catholic's game. And Scotus didn't listen to any of them.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was talking to a couple guys during halftime. Mike Sauter, who was in Nebraska high school basketball and football for his website. talked about being down on the field and how Columbus Scotus just had a presence, like they weren't going to take a back seat to Norfolk Catholic, and they came out and played that way.
Yeah. When we come back, medal and trophy presentations for both Norfolk Catholic and Columbus Scotus right here on NET Sports.
The Aurora Cooperative is reshaping the agricultural landscape through world-class agronomy, innovative grain marketing, energy, and animal nutrition, with the vision and financial strength to not just anticipate change, but create it, driven by an unwavering commitment to the farmers and ranchers we serve, to their communities, and to the next generation of agricultural leaders. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Head trauma and concussion risk minimization is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
Coverage of the 2015 NSAA High School Football Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, the Nebraska Public Power District, Education Quest, the Nebraska Tourism Commission, the Aurora Cooperative, and by Constellation. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back at Memorial Stadium, the final 32-27. Columbus Scotus has won the Class C1 state championship, and a good time for all of you Scotus grads around the state to tell you that you can have a DVD copy of the NSAA High School Football Championships for just $19.95, plus shipping and handling. To order, call toll-free 800-868-1868 or visit netnebraska.org. Congratulations to the Rocks. And now let's go to Doc Weiniger, our public address announcer for medal and trophy presentations.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Dr. Jim Teneper, NSAA Board of Directors Jay Beller from Battle Creek, Nolan Byer from Millard Public Schools, and U.S. Bank Representative Jeff McCowan. Here are the awards for Class C1 runner-up Norfolk Catholic High School. The head coach, Jeff Beller, and your assistants, please present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Dylan Couds. Number 2, Jacob Malachek. Number 3, Trenton Jorgensen. Number 4, Seth Rupert. Number 5, Colton Lyons. Number 6, Justin Burtak. Number 8, Dylan Ha. Number 9, Zach Schindler. Number 10, Christian Prim. Number 11, Brendan Bachman. Number 12, Justin Timmerman. Number 13, Avery Alder. Number 14, Andrew Flees. Number 15, Miles Verbka. Number 16, Jacob Bede. Number 17, Matt Miller. Number 18, Andrew Bettenhausen. Number 20, Nathan Zah. Number 24, Corey Jones. Number 25, Gabe Barnes. Number 27, Kelby Schaefer. Number 28, Ethan Stagg. Number 29, David Fanta. Number 30, Jack Marsden. Number 32, Ryan Vetter. Number 33, David Engelhard. Number 35, Paul Euler. Number 36, Cameron Klug. Number 40, Jacob Craven. Number 42, Peyton Love. Number 45, Drew Lizey. Number 46, Luke Widener. Number 47, Chase Clausen. Number 50, Dylan Zeiser. Number 51, Noah Wilcox. Number 52, Dylan Cotto. Number 53, Jared Marsden. Number 54, Victor Stoffel. Number 55, Noah Pfeiffer. Number 56, John Raymakers. Number 57, Dustin Zeiser. Number 58, Aaron Hoff. Number 59, Ryan Weber. Number 60, Grant Gaspers. Number 62, Drew Pospisil. Number 63, Kobe Obatusen. Number 65, Christian Cotto. Number 68, Raymond Locks. Number 69, Shane Bachman. Number 70, Joe Teton. Number 71, Ethan Piper. Number 72, Ethan Moreland. Number 73, Christopher Dvorak. Number 74, Aiden Burrows. Number 76, Kong Vu. Number 77, David McCaffrey. Number 80, Chase Abler. Number 81, Blake Moen. Number 83, Michael Stinson. Number 86, Justin Keller. Number 87, Chase Tramer. Number 99, Gavin Schultz. And now, here is the 2015 Class C1 runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Norfolk Catholic High School.
Well, congratulations on a terrific season to Norfolk Catholic. The Knights came in undefeated at 12-1. This is their only loss of the year. They finish runner-up in Class C1, and once again, a terrific season. An even better program for Jeff Beller and the Norfolk Catholic Knights.
Yeah, great football coach, obviously. Long tradition. It's a heck of a comeback, at least a comeback to put themselves in position to win the football game, because they'd never been here before. I mean, this group right here had never been looking up at the scoreboard and seen a double-digit deficit. And it's hard to figure out how to play that way if you've never been there.
Yep. So time now to crown our champs, Columbus Scotus. And for that, back to Doc Weiniger.
And now to the champions at Columbus Scotus High School. First, head coach Tyler Linder, we have a special award for you. Coach, would you and your assistants please present the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Luke Jaretsky. Number 5, Tanner Spenceri. Number 6, Dylan Muchmore. Number 8, Logan Zanardi. Number 9, Cole Harrington. Number 13, Colson Cush. Number 14, Chase Newman. Number 15, Brady Prismas. Number 19, Bailey Braun. Number 20, Nathan Donahue. Number 22, Bailey Pelster. Number 23, John Lovell. Number 25, Tyler Mish. Number 30, Will Sunderman. Number 32, Marcus Dodson. Number 34, Evan Shohan. Number 35, Alec Folds. Number 38, Jake Boss. Number 39, Jackson Kong. Number 40, Chase Anderson. Number 42, Charles Case. Number 44, River Liebig. Number 45, Matt Strecker. Number 50, Alex Preister. Number 53, Ren Allen. Number 54, Sam Novicki. Number 55, Ryan Mustard. Number 57, Kyle Kobza. Number 58, Landon Sokol. Number 59, Mitchell Halligan. Number 60, Justin Zuha. Number 61, Caleb Ostig. Number 63, Adam Foreman. Number 66, Jake Nabicki. Number 67, Nathan Twarek. Number 70, Ross Baugh. Number 71, Carson Fuscher. Number 72, Darren Wrinkle. Number 73, Brandon Nguyen. Number 74, Josh Hergen. Number 76, Seth Gutzmer. Number 77, Duncan Pachaza. Number 78, Wyatt Gutzmer. Number 85, Kate Buncannon. Number 86, Jacob Wright. Now presenting the team champion game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance, Vice President of Agencies, Andy Kraus, to head coach, Tyler Linder. And now for these outstanding athletes in their school, here's the 2015 Class C1 State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Columbus Scotus High School.
So congratulations to Scotus, the state champs in Class C1. What a tremendous game and tremendous effort for the Scotus Shamrocks, state champions in Class C1. They haven't won a state title since 1993. It's been a long time coming, and Coach Tyler Linder got him there.
Outstanding job. Just again, another one of those well-coached teams. You don't get here, you don't get this far without being well-coached. And I tell you what, especially on the defensive side of the ball, the way that they played and fit in the run game and they hustled.
Yep.
And tried to create takeaways as opposed to waiting for turnovers. That's coaching.
Go down to the field, Sean Callahan.
State championship coach, 28-year-old Tyler Linder here at Columbus Scotus. First of all, Coach, congratulations. What did you like about just the way this season came together and the way you guys played here tonight?
You know, we're here to build young men and to win championships. And I think we did both those things today. You know, I know we did one. We'll be able to tell a little bit later if we did the first part. But, you know, very proud of these young guys and very proud of the coaching staff. You know, these guys work their tails off, and they do everything I ask them to do, and they put these kids in a position to be successful. So very, very proud of all of our efforts today.
Doing it against a team like Norfolk Catholic, someone that's kind of come in here and dominated over the years. I mean, just how big of a statement was that for your program to do it here against Norfolk Catholic?
It was huge. You know, I think Scotus has a lot of tradition, and so does Norfolk Catholic. And the fact that you have two kind of parochial powerhouses, you know, competing, you know, in Lincoln, it's a great thing for everybody. And so, you know, very happy with the way that our kids matched up against a really talented team in Norfolk Catholic. And, you know, Coach Beller has an amazing squad over there, and, you know, it was a real honor and privilege to play against him, you know, and compete, you know, with the best of the best. And so very happy the way that our kids responded.
Let's talk to some of your players now. Let's bring in Jacob Boss. First of all, you're a middle linebacker, a fullback, and a kicker. Who knew fullbacks could kick?
Yeah, I don't know, just it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, how did you guys know this season would just come together like this? I mean, you've had successful basketball teams, soccer teams, but to do it here in football, how special was it?
Oh, it's very special. It's a great feeling. You can't describe the feeling, and we knew, like, from our junior high, we knew we could maybe make it to state someday, and it's our dream come true, actually. So.
Well, Jacob, congratulations. Let's bring in now Cole Harrington here as well. Just talk more about what this game meant to you. You had over 100 yards rushing, and Norfolk Catholic showed resilience coming back, but you guys kept answering everything they were doing and closed out the deal at the end.
Just as Coach said, Norfolk Catholic's a great team, but our game plan is what we needed to do. We stuck to our game plan. our coaching staff will only set us up for success, and we were able to succeed in the end of this game.
Well, congratulations on the state championship.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Larry, Damon, back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Sean. A terrific job for Columbus Scotus, the state champs, and that's the picture that will hang at Columbus Scotus for years to come. They are state champs in 2015. Congratulations to Columbus Scotus, the C1 state champs here at Memorial Stadium. Much more to come even yet today. Back with you at 2:30 as Oakland Craig will take on Aquinas for a C2 state championship. We'll have that live right here on NET, and then later tonight, 6:30, the Class A state championship coming your way as well. For Sean Callahan and Damon Benning, I'm Larry Putney, and for our entire NET Sports production crew, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We'll see you back here at 2:30. Once again, Columbus Scotus wins the state title in Class C1.